Hello everybody, welcome on in. I'm Velvet. Thanks for joining me today in The Sims 4. A big thank you to the Sims Creator Program for providing me with codes and support for today's stream. So thank you very much, Sims. Much appreciated. Good morning everybody. How are you all this morning? How is life treating you? What has been going on? Tell me all the goss. Spill all the tea. You know, spill it. Spill it at me. Today we are going to be building in The Sims 4, and we are going to be finishing off our trailer park, which I have done a little bit more work on because I wanted to do a little bit more work and you know, give it a little bit more landscaping and you know, that sort of thing. And what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be filling in the trailers. So we're going to be giving the trailers some life and some stories, and we've already got some underway that we were going to fill in today. And last time around, we did our single dad with his toddler, and that's their little house, their little trailer house right there, filled with all sorts of little bits and pieces, lots of clutter. You know, it's a little bit run down, but it's well loved is kind of the idea there. So that is our little trailer that we have for a single dad and his boy toddler. So that's them right there. So a couple of other things we have here are the crazy cat, crazy cat lady caravan as such. So this is going to be for our crazy cat lady, and then this one we don't have a story for yet, so if you guys have any ideas, let me know. But they have like a bit of a woodworking section, and they've got a bees and garden and that sort of thing, so there's a little bit more to be added to that. That's our community area, so we're going to have like a communal laundry and office, that sort of thing, in that section. This one we haven't got a story for as yet, so we've got two that don't have stories. We have an elderly couple here, grandma and grandpa, and they're kind of like the caretakers of the trailer park, and they've been there for a long time. And then we have our loner werewolf paranoid fella. So we've got someone who's a little bit of a conspiracy theorist, loner wolf kind of fella living in this one. So yeah, that's your lone wolf conspiracy theorist paranoid sim. So I think that's gonna be fun to create around. So yeah, so we've got a couple more places that need some stories. So if you guys have any ideas for stories, obviously we can't do really like large families or anything like that because they're quite small spaces, but yeah, some background and that sort of thing to our sims would be fantastic. All right, who have we got in the house? We've got Nasina, welcome in. Shelley, welcome in. Vinny, welcome in. How are you all? Shelley, hello. All is well. Hoping everything is good with you. I can't wait to see your trailer park when it's done. Same here. Same here. I think it's pretty close to, like, maybe I'd do like a few more tweaks with the landscaping and stuff, but essentially like all the exterior stuff is about done. It's just like the interiors of all the trailers and stuff is pretty much where we've got left to go. But yeah, telling our little stories, it's going to be exciting. So I thought we could start with Grandma and Grandpa's little trailer here. They've got one of the biggest actual trailers at the moment. So we did start to do some of the work on their place. So we've got like some seating, we've got crochet, we've got knitting, you know, that sort of thing. And yeah, we'll get some work done. Nasina, oh, what about an old couple that who grew old together, hopelessly in love couple? Well, that's what these two are. So this is kind of like our elder couple. They've had like loads of grandchildren. They've like lived all their lives together. They got married young. They've grown old together, and they're just basically, they're loving. They take care of all of their family around them, and plus like their extended family, which is, you know, the trailer park. So yeah, that's kind of these guys here. They're filled with love and happiness and comfort and just like squishy, lovely things. Vinny, I'm sleepy and drinking coffee and playing Sims, trying some gameplay again because I never really play with Sims Just Build. Ooh, interesting. So what sort of gameplay are you doing? Just out of curiosity, what has floated your boat as far as a bit of gameplay stuff? What are you going to give it? What are you going to try out? Because yeah, curious. Vinny doing some gameplay. Ooh, I like that. And it's a chilly, windy day there. It's actually quite mild here at the moment. We are in sort of like heading pretty rapidly towards winter at this point here. And yeah, it's actually really, really mild here today. And it was last night as well. Like we didn't even have the heater on last night because it was so mild, which is really good. I really liked that it was mild. So yeah, it's kind of overcast. It's not like sunny or anything, but super mild here, which is nice. So yeah, I'm kind of curious, like what sort of gameplay you're going to try and get the achievements now for PS5. What sort of achievements are there? Yeah, again, curiosity, because I mean, I don't really know what the PS5 achievements would be. So what are those? And yeah, what do you need to do to get them? Because I know there's like some achievements for The Sims 4 on PC as well, but you know, I've never really paid much attention to them. If I'm going to be honest with you guys, I've never really paid much attention, so I haven't really bothered with it. Ben, hi Miss Velvet and all the fine Velveteers. Come on in, it's fun inside. How is Ben? What have you been up to? Tell us all about it, Ben. Spread the goss. Spill the tea. What's new with Ben? Tell me all about it. I want to know. But yeah, what has been happening? Anything exciting to report back? I have not got anything all that exciting to report back, I don't think, since yesterday. I did find out that my son had his friend staying over on the weekend, so Saturday night he came and stayed over. And then we have since learned that he was off school on Monday because COVID. So we're all like, oh, cool. So he came stayed at our house, and then like he tested positive for COVID on Monday. I'm just like, yay, because none of us are sick, and none of us are showing symptoms or anything like that. But we're kind of like, cool. So okay, we're okay so far. Fingers crossed. So it's been a few days since we've been exposed as such. So I think we're okay. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. So fingers crossed. Hopefully that we don't get anything. Because, you know, COVID's still a thing. What other things should we have for, like, Grandpa and Grandma? I think, like, a cute little cuddle seat, because as we were talking about in this, you know, they're a couple in love, so, like, a little cuddle seat where they can kind of hang out and cuddle cozily would be so sweet for them. And, like, they can sit in the rocking chairs and rock away there and, you know, enjoy a bit of chitty-chat while they work away on their knittables for their grandchildren and stuff like that. Vinny, fear I'm on console, so not worried about waiting as I don't have CC. Is something broke in the game again? It's just a oh yeah, so we got the news this morning in the Sims 4 about the patch that's coming out. So the upcoming patch. So there's going to be 150 bug patches, mainly around sort of infants and sort of autonomy in the game, which is amazing because it is really, really horrible at the moment to play with infants. Like, it's really, really horrible. So I'm excited about that because it's been nightmare fuel. And the other thing that we've got coming is we've got a base game infant play map. So basically what that is just like something that you can put infants down on and they can do their tummy time and that sort of thing. But it's for base game because the only other infant mats we've got are sort of like the Storybook Nursery and the Growing Together pack. So we've never had a base game version of that, which I think is really cool. So very hyped for that, because I think that's going to be great for gameplay for, you know, across the board with people, you know, being able to do more things in the game without having to have, you know, certain packs and stuff. So I think that's fantastic. Plus, and this is the biggest news, layering. So we're going to have layering in The Sims 4. And by layering, I mean in Creator Sim, you're actually going to be able to put like thermals and stuff underneath you have to put like long sleeve tops and leggings and stuff, so under shorts and t-shirts and things like that. So we're going to actually have the first kind of signs of layering, which I'm very excited about. So it's going to be very cool. Vinny, a lot of them are like max a career or skill. One is having a sim, listen to all radio stations and watch all TV channels. Play one sim from natural life to death, birth to death, stuff like that. Okay, so just like stuff that you would probably do quite organically in the game anyway. Okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah, Ben, it's kind of like not ideal at all. So I was just kind of like, oh, well, right then. Cue us getting all sick with COVID again, but it's been like a couple of years since we've had COVID. So when did we last have it? Oh yeah, when we went down to my mum's for Christmas. Hadn't seen my mum in a year, and we go down and we all get COVID. It was like, thumbs up, perfect, fantastico. That was not a great Christmas. We were all so freaking sick. Except the kids. Randomly, the kids didn't get COVID, but like me, my mum, and my husband all got COVID, and then like the kids were absolutely fine. So you know, classic situation. Oh, so that was a bit of a sucky Christmas. But anyway, what are you gonna do? We made the most of it. and my mother all like all these wonderful plans because it's the first Christmas I'd spent with her in like years, and yeah, it was all like COVID-y, so it sucked. Nasina, oh yeah, I just ironically got my COVID shot. There was already a base game infant mat. Nah, there isn't. There isn't. No. There isn't an infant playmat. That's base game. It's Growing Together and it's Storybook Nursery. But yeah, so this is the one here that you're probably thinking of, and that is actually Growing Together. So that's the only two that we have in the game, are those two right there. Off the top of my head, unless there's one with a kit that I've forgotten about, another kit that I've forgotten about, but yeah, no base game infant mat. And we don't have a diaper changing table as well in base game, I don't think. So from what I can do, yeah, changing table. So yeah, no base game changing tables, no base game infant mats. It's all like Growing Together and kits. So there you go. Maybe, oh, Vinny, so maybe I shouldn't play The Sims. Nah, you're right. You're right. It's like nothing bad going on at the moment. It's just, or you know, nothing worse than usual. It's just a case of we're just waiting on updates for infants and stuff. But I'm going to still keep playing. It's not until the 12th of May, so just keep doing what you're doing. Sabrina, welcome on in. How are you? How are you doing? How was life today? How was the Scandal Legacy yesterday? I was working and couldn't watch. It was good. I managed to finish the sword collection, so that was all done. And the other thing that I managed to do was complete the generation. So we got a rivalry happening with three different dynasties. So we got some rivalries happening. We actually found a frog prince, like a noble frog. So we've got that ready to go for the next generation. And we managed to get ourselves maxed out for the sword fighting. So we're a teen, and we're going to move out next time around and move into our house and do what we need to do. So yeah, we're all onto the frog generation now for next time around. So I'm very excited. Yeah, it went well. We got all the things, so it was good. Vinny, layers. Yes, just one on the swatches. Yeah. The base game. Yeah, there's no base game playmat. I don't know what you're talking about. There's only a Growing Together one and a Storybook Nursery, but the new one is going to be base game, and very hyped for that. Yes, layers is going to be super exciting for Cass and for Cass players in The Sims. I think it's going to provide, I think, a whole sort of like different option for people making Sims, in the game, and like, hundreds and hundreds of, I think they said like 360 like new outfit options or things like that you can do. So, that's pretty substantial. Like, it's a pretty substantial addition to the game. So very excited to see, how that kind of gets used in the game and stuff. I think it's going to be awesome. All the clothing options. Yeah, it's going to be so many clothing options. Because you're going to be able to do, like, just all sorts of extra things to your outfits. Like, it's almost like having a whole new outfit category, actually, is really what it's like. So that you got this whole new thing that you can do in the game, and it's a whole new outfit category, which is pretty wild to think. It just adds so much. Sabrina, can a sim get into the trailer with that overhang on? I don't know. That's a great question. They might not be able to. I might have to move that door. Shall we play test it and see? Let's see. I'll get a sim in here and we'll play test it and just make sure that we can get around. I actually needed to play test whether or not they could get up the hill to that other one that we did. So yeah, let's get a sim in here and do a little play test and see whether or not we can get in there. That's the joys of the Sims. It's like you build away and then you do your play test and then you figure out those things, right? Oh my god. You know what? Can you guys even see me? I didn't even put my lighting on this morning. Whoopsies. It's a bit dark. Hang on a sec. There we go. Might be able to actually see me now. Actually, did I put my camera on? Oh yeah, I did. Brilliant. At least I did that. Yay me. Okay, so we need a sim to go in here. I'm going to use Sophia Abrantes. Here we go. She doesn't look like she's going to ever live in a trailer, so she can live in here. She's having a bit of a change in lifestyle choices right now. There we go, Sophia. I hope you're going to enjoy your trailer. Nasina, the amount of builds I've had to redo because doors weren't accessible. Yeah, and like things you've had to redo just because you can't, reach certain things and stuff. Yeah, that is a frustration. Okay, let's see whether or not we can get up here and playtest that. Also, I want to playtest the pool as well. All right, well, that's looking pretty good. Here we are, sitting there. That's amazing. So Sophia's like poorly decorated, doesn't quite like the aesthetics of this place. Something about the wallpaper or floors just seems off. Okay, she is not a fan at all. Which does not surprise me because I feel like she's a little bit of a snob. So yeah, let's go see if she can swim in the pool. Ooh, might not be able to reach the pool. Okay, I did wonder about that. Get in there. There we go. There we are, in there. And can we get in the pool? Oh no, she's fine. Alright, sweet. Can she use the ladder to get out of the pool? Maybe she can't get out of the pool. I wasn't sure whether or not the ladder would work. Like, let's just take the ladder out of the equation. And will she be able to get out? Okay. Alright, maybe no ladder. No ladder, no safety in this place. Okay, let's see whether or not she can get in here. Little bit of playtesting. No. Okay. Alright, so we can probably get rid of that one. Just move it along a smidge. There we go. Move it along. There we go. Will they be able to sit under? That's a great question. Hang on. I might not be able to use that at all. It's fine. It's not like a be-all and have-to-have-it thing. It was just like an aesthetic thing, so. Alright. Okay. Let's see. I wonder if I shrink it down whether or not that would work. There we go. But yeah, the amount of things that I always need to fix up, or not always, like sometimes builds are just absolutely fine and we don't need to fix up much of anything, if anything. But yeah, playtesting I think does actually really reveal quite a few little flaws in your thinking if you're not careful. With how you do it. And sometimes if you're just trying things. Oh, there we go. All right, so she's all good to go there. Go rock in the chair. Yep, rock in the chair. Perfect. So we will just need to have like a little bit of shrunken down little trailer thingies. But that's good to know because that means we can fix the other ones that we have as well. Good point, Sabrina. Aylin, how are you? Welcome on in. Hi, Velvet and everyone. It's late here, but I have a chance to hang out with you for a while. Yeah, stay as long as you can, as long as you like. That would be amazing. How are you today? How was your day? Did you have to go to work today? Did you have anything else on your plate? And yes, thank you. The trailer park is looking fan-diddly-tastic so far. Really, really liking how this is sort of coming together. Somebody's cooked something. Somebody cooked some franken beans over there. Okay. So just sort of adjusting some of the stuff, but we've got 2 more trailers that we need stories for. We're just working on our trailer at the moment for our elderly couple. So we're just getting that together and just was doing a few things on the porch. And then we're going to do the interior. It's going to be like an elderly, loving couple who have been together forever in their lives, and they are, they're full of love and comfort, and they just spend a lot of time with their grandchildren, and they take care of the community sort of like around here, and make sure everybody's okay and looked after, and have a hot meal if they really are running a bit low on cash, and all they can afford is maybe some noodles or something like that. They're just like, no, let me make you a casserole. They're that sort of people, which is kind of sweet and lovely. So yeah, that's Grandma and Grandpa. And they like gardening, they like knitting, they like crocheting, and Grandpa plays the guitar, and Grandma, she sings. So they're a lovely, lovely warm couple. Aylin, I'm fine, thanks. Hopefully everyone is having a good day. So far, so good, so far, so good. It's been, nothing too exciting happening this morning, just an average kind of day. Got the kids to school, and just been yeah, hanging out here. And oh, we were just checking out the new base game stuff. Did you see the new base game update that's coming with bits and pieces? So there's going to be an update to, like, it's all the bug fixes and that sort of thing for infants, and then we're going to have a new base game playmat, and then we're going to have layers and casts. So we're just talking about the layers and how that's kind of going to work and everything like that in casts. So yeah, very excited to sort of see how that works in game, and yeah, how it's all going to kind of come together with all of the base game stuff. So yes, very hyped for seeing that and how that's going to go. Kitchen's on an angle, eh? Kitchen's on an angle. Wonder if we can spread those across a little more and get a little bit more width, because they kind of go on the wall a little bit. Yeah, I reckon we can. But I think that's kind of like an old school kind of really good oven for this house. Oh yeah, I like that. So yeah, layers. Very hyped to see how we can like layer up long sleeve tops underneath t-shirts and things like that. I think that's going to be a very cool addition to the game. So I am a thumbs up for that one. I think that's going to be awesome. 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 Simpsons. Yeah, so that's basically my morning. It's actually, the sunshine has just started to come out because it's been quite overcast this morning. I'm not going to fit one in here. Oopsies, wrong thing deleted. I'll just put the bin in beside there. So yeah, just getting like some nice weather, and I'm looking forward to getting at least a good chunk of this little trailer park done today. I think that's going to be really good for us. I think the trailer park's come together and it's looking cute. So I'm very happy to get a little bit more work done on that, because it's been a good progress over the last couple of weeks with getting that done. Plus, next week, you guys know what's happening next week, right? We have got shell tours. So I'm starting to see all the shell tours, all the shells sort of starting to come in, and you know, that sort of thing. So very excited for that, as always, to see what everybody has done as far as the shell tours and everything go. And the shells, because my current shell, if you aren't aware, is the stairs shell challenge. So yeah, really excited to see how people handle the stairs and make it look like it's a reasonably placed stair option. Like, you know, just like, why would you have that many stairs in a build? That was kind of the premise of it. Like, why would you have that many stairs? And then so like the idea is to actually make it look like it was a reasonable thing to have that many you know, that many stairs in a build. Like, let's make those stairs make sense. So that was part of the challenge, I think. It's like trying to make those stairs make sense within the you know, the scope of the build. It's like, well, you know, don't want to have like you know, crazy stairs to nowhere or something. You know, like how in Glimmerbrook there's that house that has like those stairs to nowhere in the EA build. It was just like, oh my god, stairs to nowhere. That's fantastic. So somebody was building stairs and they completely forgot to make them go anywhere or put a door in place, and it's just like, oh, that's hilarious. I love it. Sabrina, yay, shell tours. Yes, very looking forward to them. Dark Empress of Doom, hello, how are you today? How is life in the Empire? Is all well? Tell me more, tell me all about it. How are you? We're doing a little bit of building today. So this is our trailer park that we're building at the moment, and we are building like little stories for each of these trailer parks. So in this one, or trailers, in this one, we've got a single dad and his toddler. So we've finished that one. We're currently working on a long-time elderly couple who are very much still in love. They're cozy, comfy, all about the grandchildren and making sure everybody is taken care of. We have a paranoid, erratic, conspiracy theorist living in this house, and they're a bit of a loner. And then in this one we have a crazy cat lady. So I've got two more trailers that need stories, plus our community space that we need to build as well. And yeah, so that's what we're working on as Grandpa and Grandma's house, in terms of just making something, you know, really cozy and nice for those two. So yeah, that's what we're doing. And how are you today? How is life? Anything exciting to report back? The tour's day the 11th. Hang on, what's the date? Ooh, let me get my phone. Just a sec. I can't check my calendar on my computer at the moment. Calendar wise, I think that's right. Yes, because it's the 12th for me, so it will be the 11th for you. Yes, so 11th of May for you. Yay! Isn't that exciting? So start there. So I mean, yeah, we'll have the two days. Actually, how many entries have we had? I haven't even checked that. Was it VelvettB Shell? Ooh, okay, we've got a few entries. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, okay, we've got a few entries, so that'll be across 2 days for sure. Yeah, so hyped to see what everybody has come up with for this one. I think there's going to be some really pretty shells. So yeah, very, very excited for that. Going to be good. I don't know, is that too fancy for in here? I feel like that's too fancy for in here, and I think we need to go a little bit more rundown. Although, a little bit softer. Oh, that's a little bit more grandparenty, isn't it? That's a little bit more grandparenty. There we go. And we'll do like a little table. Aylin, I just finished Nasina's shell build today, but didn't off again. I kept hitting the enter too early. Ah! Oh no, hit that enter too early. That is not good. That's okay. But you got it all done though? That's awesome. I haven't had time. Shame on me, but I just haven't. It is what it is. I've had a list of other things that I've needed to do, and it's just like one of those things. Sometimes just those shell challenges I just don't always get time for. I'd love to have time for them all, and I'd love to have time for all the challenges and stuff, but you know, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. Okay. So that's like for all the grandchildren in the family. Actually, let's do a high chair because I feel like that's going to work in here because, you know, they're going to have the family over and their grandkids and that sort of thing. So that's cool. Nice and cozy in the kitchen. Love that for them. I mean, they've been here for a long time, so I feel like they're going to have like a little bit more of a, you know, cohesive home. Even if they can't like afford all the riches and stuff, they will, you know, they have a little bit more to their home, and you know how they've had the time to let it clutter and become what it is, you know what I mean. Might go actually slightly different color on that, brown maybe with a green undertone. That could work. Ellen, so today I've just finished Nasina's shell build, but it didn't upload it to the gallery yet because I didn't have time to play test the build yet. I'll play test it tomorrow and upload it to the gallery then. That's good. I'm glad that you do play test it and make sure that it's all going to be accessible for your Sims and stuff to get around. I feel like, you know, that's always nice for people to do on the gallery, particularly, you know, if you know, hope that people are going to download it and play it, you know, at least play test it so you know that it's actually going to be okay for them to get out there and, you know, play it, and it will be something that is playable. I mean, I think it's absolutely fine to do homes and that sort of thing that aren't designed to be played and are just purely there for the aesthetic purposes, because I think that has a place in the game as well. But I think if you are building with the intention that people actually can play in it, then I think playtesting is a nice thing to do. Okay, so we've got our floor plan there. So that's going to be our bathroom. That's going to be our house. And I mean our house. Our bedroom. Our house. Oh my god, making no sense whatsoever. Oh boy, I think I might need some more mum juice. Aylin, and after that I'll start fully working on the VelvettB shell build, and I'll upload it to the gallery before due date. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, you've still got all the weekend, so I mean, there's no panic on that. Still a few days left. I'll probably place it, I'll probably start placing it down on the weekend, probably on the Sunday. I usually give myself the day off on a Saturday. So yeah, I'll probably start placing that down on Sunday, all of the builds, and then I always check anyway, all the builds on like Monday and stuff to see if there's been any additions, you know, added in. So yeah, as long as it's in by the due date, you're all good. Thumbs up. Sabrina, I can't wait for you to see mine. It's the first time I build a getaway lot. Ooh, a getaway lot. That's awesome. I've only ever built one of those, and that was for a summer camp. So yeah, that's the only type of getaway lot I think I've built off the top of my head, and I enjoyed that. Like, it was a pretty good build. I think it was a lot of fun, and yeah, I liked it. I liked it a lot. So I was happy with that. Has anyone else here built like a getaway build, a getaway lot before? Just out of curiosity. And how did you sort of find the experience? What kind of getaway did you do? Because yeah, I did the summer camp. And I haven't really been inspired to do any other kind of sort of a getaway build at this point. Like I know people are really excited about the getaways from Adventure Away. Sorry, I'm trying to build and think at the same talk and think and do things at the same time. It's not going very well. Sorry. And it's not something that I've really gotten into as far as gameplay goes as yet, I have to say. So actually I might move that door around. So yeah, it's not something that I've used a lot. I think I've played around with it and I've gone like on a couple of getaways and that sort of thing, but it hasn't been anything I've really spent a lot of time doing for gameplay. So if you guys, for those of you that have Adventure Awaits, how much have you kind of like mucked around with getaways? Have you played with it very often? And has it been sort of like impactful on your gameplay? I feel like Adventure Awaits really hasn't been all that impactful, although in saying that, I think formative moments have probably been the most impactful thing for me as far as the gameplay goes with Adventure Awaits. So yeah, that's probably been the best thing I think for me. Someone needs mum juice. Shelley, I need that mum juice this morning. I was like 2 days in a row with mum juice. Naughty, but I don't care, I need it. Shelley, no builds here. You haven't built any getaways? Oh, maybe that's something you could give a go one time. But yeah, I get that. You're more of a cast person, so totally get that. Fair enough. What are we going to do for the TV? Like, nothing too big and expensive. Like, I feel like, yeah, we'll go with that option again. I think that's just, like, the best option for these. Aylin, I don't have Adventure Awaits pack yet, but I definitely want to get that at some point. It's a cool little pack, actually. I enjoyed it. Like, it's not... I'd probably say it's like a... between an A and a B, like, level pack for me. Like, it's a good pack. Like, it's a good, solid pack, but it's not Amazing Whiz Bang Fantastico. Like, it's not... like your Life and Death pack or your Cottage Living or Eco Lifestyle or anything like that for me. But I did think it was like pretty solid, and I thought the aspiration actually was really fun. I don't like the job, like the park worker job with it. It just like sends your Sims away for like 4 days at a time. And if you're playing like a single Sim household, it's just like twiddle your thumbs, twiddle your thumbs. This is boring. So I don't like that. I think the park worker job should have been an active career. For sure. So yeah, I was disappointed in the career. I liked the aspiration. I liked the butterfly catching. The paper crafting is cute. There's some cool, cute little kid interactions and stuff like that. The formative moments with the kids is really nice as well. So there's some really nice things. The world is gorgeous because it's based on New Zealand. So gonna love that. But yeah, aside from that, yeah, there's just nothing. And the getaways, I guess, have been fine. I haven't done personally anything much with them. So it hasn't really been all that impactful for me for play-wise as far as, the getaways go. But as I said, I've used formative moments quite a lot. So I think that's been pretty good for me. And I do enjoy the butterflies as well. So I like that. So there is stuff from the pack that I really do like. But it wasn't like it wasn't just like a, must have it. Wonderful, fabulous, life and death style pack. So that is what it is. Shelley, Steph challenged me to a celebrity mansion. To create a celebrity mansion. What did you say to that, Shelley? Did you say, no, see you later, I'm out of here? Or are you going to do it? Are you going to take on the challenge and create a celebrity mansion? Ooh, Shelley, making a celebrity mansion. That would be amazing. I like doing celebrity mansions. They're nice. Mansions are just, they're big and they take a long time. But I like doing like swish, like celebrity style mansions just because you can put some really nice modern, cool things in there. So yeah, I'm a bit of a fan of that. Thank you, Vinny. I'll give another save. Sabrina, have you had a baby with any of the imaginary friends from Adventure Awaits? The imaginary friend. Yes, the imaginary. No. Yes, imaginary friends. Yes, they came with adventure weights. Sorry, I had to think about that for a second. That would be a spoiler. So I'm not going to answer that on the grounds that it may be a spoiler for other things that I've got going on. So, yes. Can't answer that right now. But I haven't in the previous times, previous to spoilers, and things that may be happening in the future with things that are going on. No, I haven't. I haven't gone. I completely forgot about imaginary friends with adventure awaits. I have not done a lot with them. I'd like a little bit more than what I had done previously, but yeah, I hadn't done like so much with the imaginary friends. Have you guys done much gameplay with imaginary friends, just out of curiosity? And yeah, have you done anything exciting with it or that sort of thing? As far as imaginary friends go, I have like the little bit of gameplay and stuff that I have done with imaginary friends. It's actually been really good. So yeah, I think they're quite cool. So they were actually quite a cute addition to the game. I need to do more with them, but yeah, for now I've done a little bit and I've enjoyed it because I think you can do some really fun things with kids. So that was probably something I should say is that I think Adventure Awaits really did add to more things for the what am I doing? I'm just supposed to light fire. More things for the kids to do, and I think that was a really good addition to the game, is having more things to do with the kids. So yeah, I'm definitely good with that as far as that goes. Shelley, I cried. I'm gonna do it. Oh my god, yes, Shelley, that is amazing. That is so brave of you to take on a celebrity mansion. Are you gonna make like the celebrity to go with that as well? Have the celebrity the celebrity sim or sims that are gonna live in the house too, because you so totally should. I think that's gonna be very cool to go with that. Range mudroom pack. That's great. Yeah, it is. It's actually quite a cool pack. I just like, as I think about more things in it, like the butterflies and imaginary kids, formative moments. I think if you're doing like quite a bit of child gameplay, then there's actually quite a bit there for kids, and I think it does really expand what you can do with kids as well in terms of the game. So yeah, I feel like it is well worth it from that perspective. But it's not. Yeah, I wouldn't ever say it's like, touting it as an S tier kind of amazing pack. It's not that level, but it is great for family gameplay and adding to kids actually being giving them some more stuff to do, So I think that's pretty cool. Sabrina, I love the evil imaginary friend. It's fun to learn to start fires and stuff. Yes, that's what I've been doing in my Not So Berry challenge. Is we've been I like how I didn't finish the kitchen. Yeah, that's what we've been doing in that. It's like because we had the imaginary friend in the Not So Berry challenge, and yeah, we learned how to start fires because we're in the orange gen, and actually I feel like the evil imaginary friend with the orange generation with Not So Berry has actually worked out really nicely because it's just like such a mischievous generation, and having an evil imaginary friend to go with the generation where we are doing like very mischievous things has been quite a good idea. So yeah, I've quite enjoyed that, I have to say. It's been rather enjoyable. So I had a lot of fun, but I haven't really prior to that done much with imaginary friends at all prior to sort of playing around with them a bit in Not So Berry. I just kind of, I don't know, I just didn't get around to playing with them, and it was just one of those things where just took me some time to get there, I guess. But we got there in the end, so that's the main thing, right? Okay, a little mail thing. I think that'll be... just go back to brown. I think that'll be cute. Get our clutter in there. Oh, yes, and modular playgrounds. Oh, look at us. We're just uncovering all the cool features from Adventure Awaits that I'd completely forgotten about. As you do. I have obviously forgotten about quite a lot of things with Adventure Awaits. Yes, I forgot about the modular playgrounds too. Those are fantastic. I use them in a lot of houses after Adventure Awaits has come out, but I haven't really used them a great deal since then, I think. But maybe that's quite often the case. Like I will gorge on doing like a whole lot of building with just base game in the new pack that comes out. and then I'll just kind of like, once I've kind of got that out of my system, and then I'll just go back to doing other builds, and then I kind of forget about some of the new features that have come out until somebody reminds me again, and I'm just like, oh yeah, there is that. And yeah, that's just like, I'm absolutely shocking for that. So yeah, whoopsie daisies. I had completely forgotten about the you know, the modular playgrounds again. I definitely need to start including them back in the houses, because I think they are well worth the time and the space, you know, because they do take up quite a lot of space. So I think you've got to have a reasonably large size, you know, yard and everything for the modular playgrounds. But they're fantastic, and I like that you can, you know, customize them and kind of, you know, create your own whole thing with them, and you know, make them your own. So I do like that you have that ability to be able to do that. Oh, what if we did like a little thing around the back? There we go. Little garden thing. Fabulous. I'm just finding clutter as I go around, so never mind me. Just kind of doing things. Oh, cups of tea. Would they have like, yeah, like little cups of tea there? Love that for them. So yeah, Adventure Awaits, now that I dig into it, has yeah, more than I remembered. More than I remembered. But, you know, packs are sometimes like that. Like, you know, you look back at them and you think, oh, yeah, they didn't have that much in them, and they weren't that great. But then you sort of start to unpack what they actually had in them, and you're like, oh, yeah. Although, in saying that, I feel like I'm right on Lovestruck. Lovestruck is one of those packs where I just didn't really gel with it, you know? And I know there's like the romance thing. There's Cupid's Corner, which I kind of use now and then. The compatibility thing, I think it's there, but it's not really, it doesn't drive my gameplay as far as that kind of goes. So yeah, I don't know, what else did you guys like about Lovestruck? For those that have the Lovestruck pack, what for you was a really cool thing? In terms of like, you know, did you really enjoy anything specific about Lovestruck that, you know, kind of struck a chord with you as far as gameplay and stuff goes? Should I put like a dollhouse in here for when the grandkids visit and stuff? I feel like that would be a cute idea. But yeah, is there something, because there's not, like, I like the world, I like the cast, I like the build buy. I just like gameplay wise, there's nothing there that really triggers. I like the romance skill just because they have that romantic aura, which is really great for flirting. So I actually quite like that. Compatibility wise, which I was so excited about initially when it came out, I'm just kind of like, yeah, I don't know, I just feel like it hasn't been impactful to me. And I like the Sadness Bear quest, like the Sadness Bear quest that you get with Sammy the Bear. That is cute. I enjoyed that. But beyond that, I don't know what else there is with Lovestruck. Like, is there anything else with Lovestruck? Cupid's Corner and the Heartbeat. Sabrina, so the only good things with Lovestruck is Cupid's Corner and the Heartbeat. Yeah, Cupid's Corner I think is useful. Like, I don't use it that much, but it is useful. The Heartbeat, I mean, as I said, I like the build buy, so happy with that. But yeah, I mean, it's not something I'd probably specifically use a lot of, but it's a good bed. I like it. It's decent. Sabrina, Lovestruck is my least favorite EP. It's near the bottom overall for me. Yeah, it's honestly really near the bottom for me as well, just because, I mean, the problem is I really like the cast and I really like the build buy. Like, I think they're magnificent, but when you're talking about gameplay only for expansion packs and what the gameplay brings to the game, I can't think of much that Lovestruck brings. Like, yeah, like what does Lovestruck really bring to the game and stuff? And I can't think of things. Like, what does it bring? I don't even know. You know what? I might actually just do the little base game one right there. I feel like that kind of just suits. Sabrina, I did the 7 Wild Dates thing. It's kind of fun. Oh yeah, I still need to do that at some point. But yeah, I mean, it's not really anything that makes you go, wow, bang, fantastico, you know, as a whole for gameplay. So yeah, I think it just really was quite a letdown. I could tell when they announced that expansion pack. I was just like, I know this expansion pack is not going to be for me. And I could tell that sort of like just from looking at it, it just was not going to be my thing. And that's fine. Not everything is going to be, but you know, just overall, I'm glad that the build buy and the cast was so good, because otherwise it was going to be just like, eh, you know, bleh. Like a really, real stinker of a pack. But, you know, fortunately it was, you know, mitigated by the fact that we do have, you know, some better build buy and cast with it. But, you know, the gameplay itself, like, what did the gameplay add? Very, very little. There's just, like, so little impact. Shelley, same. Give me the family EPs and cottage living. Yes. Growing Together is amazing. Like, Growing Together changed my way of playing with kids in the game. Like, before Growing Together, I didn't even bother playing with kids pretty much. Like, kids were a non-event for me in the game. But once Growing Together came out and we had milestones and we had some interesting things to do with infants, and wasn't that like the introduction of infants? I can't remember. Anyway, yeah, we got like a whole lot more to kids in the game and infants, and, you know, being able to do things with the kids, and, you know, so much more to the game. And that was super impactful for me, and it actually made me want to play with the kids and, you know, have fun with infants, which is not something I wanted to do prior to that. So yeah, it just genuinely changed my whole, you know, outlook on gameplay and stuff for kids. So I was like, you know, delighted by that pack. And like the build by the world, and I build in San Sequoia all the time. It's actually one of my very favorite worlds to build in. So yeah, I mean, the cast is but the build by is fantastic and the world is fantastic. The gameplay is top notch. Like, Growing Together is very close to S tier for me. Yeah, very close to S tier. Like, one of my top favorite packs. Sabrina, you only own Lovestruck because you won it. Fair enough. I mean, you didn't have to pay for it, so fantastic. You may as well have it then. And I'm sure you enjoyed like the build buy and stuff with it. But it's just like, yeah, it doesn't really add anything to the game, does it? As far as, you know, yeah, gameplay stuff. Sabrina, I love Growing Together, so much fun. I love the midlife crisis gameplay. The burnout system is great. Yeah, you know what? That actually adds quite a lot to gameplay, as that system is. I hadn't really thought about that, but it really does add quite a lot to your gameplay and how you kind of do things and stuff. So yeah, I think it's fantastic. Like, there's so many layers to Growing Together that I probably don't even realize. Like, I just focused probably on the infant stuff and didn't really think so much about, you know, some of the other things, as you said, like the midlife crisis and the burnout, and, you know, it does really just add like some layers and some depth to, you know, your gameplay, which I think is very cool. So I'm there for it. Like, Growing Together is fantastic. Sabrina, my favorite 3 expansion packs are Eco Lifestyle, Life and Death, and Growing Together. Fair enough. I would say Growing Together is really close to being in my top. It's only because my top 3 are Eco Lifestyle, Life and Death, and not Growing Together, Cottage Living. So those are my absolute favorites. But yeah, Growing Together is very up there. I probably should do like another one of those rating things at some point. You know, where you rate your packs and stuff. Probably need to do like a different kind of or like an updated version of that, now that we've had a few more packs and stuff, and I've got like some gameplay under my belt with some of these packs too. I feel like it does really change your perspective on the packs and how you kind of view them when you play with them more as well, and you get to experience the depth of them and what they sort of bring to the game. I feel like that does really make a difference. Actually, that almost works. I almost like the stripy one just because it's not flowers. There we go. But yeah, I think my doesn't work. I might go with like a plain one. There's sorry, I'm just muttering to myself about rugs. There's so much to some of the earlier packs that I don't even know about, I think. And, you know, I feel like I should know some more about some of these packs. But it's hard to do all of the things all of the time, though, right? Like, you know, it's hard to go through, and because it takes so much time to play through all of these different packs and stuff. Like, how do you get to know all of them all of the time? and you know, I play all of them. And it just takes time to go through it all. And I play, you know, obviously a lot more gameplay than I ever used to before. And I've explored packs in a lot more detail than I ever have before. But, you know, I would say that I still probably haven't done a huge percentage of things in the game that I potentially could do. Like, there's so much to be done in the game, and you know, I'm constantly discovering things. Sabrina, you're constantly telling me new things that I just didn't know about the game, and it's just like, you know, there's so much depth to the Sims 4, and I feel like this, you know, people don't acknowledge that enough. It's just like how deep the gameplay is with this game if you actually stop and look at the different packs and the different things that you can do. Yeah, it really just leaves so much there. Really, really is. But what if you guys were thinking about, like, Lovestruck is definitely down in the bottom 3. So if we're not talking top 3, like, I could easily name my top 3. Could I easily name my bottom 3 packs? I don't know. Could you? There's the question. So if you were going to list bottom 3 expansion packs in The Sims 4, what would they be for you? I think definitely Lovestruck. Beyond that, I'm going to have to stop and think about that, because I actually genuinely don't know. Don't know what my bottom packs would be. That's interesting. Sabrina, there's a legacy challenge where you play through each pack individually. I've been wanting to do that so I can learn all the secrets. Ah, is that the pack legacy challenge? Is that the one? I think I've heard of that. I don't think I mean, obviously I haven't played that, but yeah. That would be a lot though. Like, that's a lot of expansion packs. Also, Mancurse, thank you for subscribing. Mwah! Thank you. And also, hello, I hope you're doing well. If you feel like a lurk today, feel free feel free to lurk, but thank you for being here and thank you for resubscribing. Love hearts. Welcome on in. Thank you. Yeah, but yeah, we're just talking about packs that we don't like. So I could easily name my top 3 packs that I love, expansion packs, but what are my bottom 3 expansion packs? The Lovestruck, definitely, but I don't know about the rest. So I'm going to have to have a wee think about what those could possibly be, because I don't know. Have you guys got your bottom 3 packs? So if I was going to read out all of the expansion packs, right? So we've got Get to Work, Get Together, City Living, Cats and Dogs, Seasons, Get Famous, Island Living, Discover University, Eco Lifestyle, Snowy Escape, Cottage Living, High School Years, Growing Together, Horse Ranch, For Rent, Lovestruck, Life and Death, Businesses and Hobbies, Enchanted by Nature, Adventure Awaits, Royalty and Legacy. So that's a refresh on the packs that we have. How do you narrow that down to the bottom 3? I think, which one stood out to me? Oh, it was For Rent. I think For Rent will probably be down on the bottom, just because I don't really use it because it's been broken for so long. But it's not like I think it's a bad pack. It's just I don't really use it that much, just because of the fact that it hasn't been a successful launch for that pack. So I feel like For Rent will probably make the bottom. I really don't know. I don't know for the rest. Oh my god, that's so hard. Sabrina, my bottom 3 in no particular order are Lovestruck, Seasons, and High School Years. Okay, so if we're talking gameplay specifically, High School Years I don't like. So yes, I'd agree with that. Seasons is so tough because it's so organically part of the world, and honestly it should have just been part of base game. It's really hard for me to judge Seasons, I feel like, just because it is so organically tied in to just everything, every part of the game, and just, you know, because Seasons are there. I don't know. I quite like having Seasons, so I don't think I would put Seasons down the bottom. I just don't think it's a pack that should have been separate. I think it should have been just organically part of base game. But it brings so much to the game, but also at the same time, what? Like beyond the weather, what exactly does it bring? I would struggle with that. Ooh, Shelley, your bottom 3 are Lovestruck, Enchanted by Nature, because you're not into fairies, fair enough, and Get Famous, maybe. See, I wouldn't be able to put Get Famous at the bottom, The reason I couldn't put Get Famous at the bottom is because I love the actor career. Like, I think the actor career is fantastic. It's a lot of fun, and despite the world being a suckfest, I think that I actually genuinely like the gameplay for it. I don't mind the build buy and I don't mind the cast. So I don't think it's, it doesn't, like, it's, the world sucks. Like, it's definitely the worst world. No doubt about that. But beyond that, I don't know. I think Get Famous is all right for me personally, just because I do really like the actor career, and I actually, what we have in the world, I actually don't mind it. It's just like it's should have been a more comprehensive world, and why it's all off onto one side is beyond weird. Anyway, Aylin, you like Lovestruck a lot. Okay, Aylin, I want you to be the voice of I guess a conflicting, like not conflicting, it's not really, but a different point of view on this. So what did you like about Lovestruck? I like the build buy and the cast, but I think that the gameplay just did not add enough to the game, and just was quite disappointing as far as that goes. So what did you like so much about Lovestruck? Because I'd love to hear of the point of view of someone that actually really likes Lovestruck, and what appealed to you about that, because that's really interesting to me. If you feel like sharing, that is. You don't have to. Sabrina, For Rent is probably close to the bottom, maybe fourth. I like the gameplay of Seasons, but I hate the build buy and the cast. Fair enough. See, I don't mind. I actually quite like the build buy and the and I couldn't tell you you know what, I use the cast quite regularly with Seasons, so yeah, I don't mind it. So interesting, hey. Interesting. But I think Seasons just is so integral to the world, and like gardening and just like basic outdoor stuff. It's just really hard to separate that one out as an individual pack, I find. Shelley, the career is the only anything you like. Got to head off and start dinner. Have a great rest of your stream. Thank you. Fair enough too. I'll see you later. Thanks for popping in, and enjoy your dinner. Yum, 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 yum. Mancus, I mainly brought those pack for build items and the lot traits, not particularly the gameplay. Yeah. So that's Get to Work, City Living, and Get Famous. Fair enough. Fair enough. I think Get to Work, I mean, it was one of those earlier packs, right? It's an earlier pack, and I mean, that makes it difficult. So I feel like the Sims really they didn't really know what Sims was going to be at that point, in terms of how far or whatever the Sims 4 was going to go. So I feel like it's one of those, suffers from like, a little bit of early-itis as such. But yeah, I think that I like the active careers with Get to Work. So I really enjoy the gameplay aspect of Get to Work. I think that's actually quite a fun pack. I don't particularly like, I think the build buy is useful for community lots and things like that. So I think, from that perspective, I think the build buy is quite good. It couldn't probably say much about the cast, to be honest, about Get to Work. City Living. City Living. I like the festivals with City Living. So I like the festival gameplay with that. I think that's really, really cool. So I use the festivals all the time. So I really engage with City Living as far as the festivals and stuff go. The build buy is okay. The cast is okay. I use it. I think it's all right. I don't love apartments, but that's a me thing. It's not my favorite type of gameplay is living in apartments, but I just don't generally like apartments in general. So yeah, I feel like that's more a me thing than a game thing. So yeah, I mean, I think City Living's okay. Like, I wouldn't rate it up there, but I do use it and engage with it and like enjoy the festivals. I think that's really a great addition to the game. So yeah, Get Famous, as I said, I really like the actor career, so I think that's okay for me. But I get why those would be ones that would rate lower as well. Because if you're not engaging in like the gameplay and stuff for those packs, I feel like those would definitely rate a lot lower without the gameplay, because I think that they have really quite strong gameplay elements to them. So yeah, that really does make sense. The wallpapers from Lovestruck. Oh, the wallpapers from Lovestruck are amazing. I love the wallpapers from Lovestruck. Just like that build buy, as I said, is just something that really, I really did enjoy with that pack. So I'm glad I had that pack for that reason. But yeah, the gameplay was just like a non-event with that pack, and it was such a shame. And I think it was the same for me with High School Years. Like, the gameplay for that, like, I love the cast and I love the build buy with with high school years, but when it comes to the actual gameplay, I'm just like, wah, wah. You know, it just like didn't do it for me at all, and it just kind of made teenagers, I don't know, even more annoying, I guess, or it just didn't bring enough. Like, you know, I think high school years, when you compare high school years to Growing Together, and how much Growing Together brought to the game as far as family gameplay, and then you look at what high school years brought to the game as far as like gameplay for teenagers and stuff, and it's just like, nah, didn't bring remotely enough to the table for it to be a really good pack by any stretch of the imagination. So it's such a shame. Aylin, my least favorite expansion pack's high school years. I don't have it and don't want to get it, although I love the build, buy, and cast of it, but not the gameplay and other features. Totally get that, like the gameplay. Enchanted by Nature, I don't have it, don't want to get it. I don't want to have fairies in my game. Fair enough. Not everybody is into fairies. Honestly, I mean, I could take or leave fairies. I'm not bothered by them, but, you know, whatever. I'm not enthused about playing them either. But in saying that, the natural living stuff with Enchanted by Nature is something that I did absolutely really very enjoy. I use it all the time, and it's been a game changer for me. So from my sort of perspective in terms of how I gameplay, Enchanted by Nature has really added to my game in terms of how I approach my rags to the riches and, you know, stuff like that. So I really like it from that side of things. Not too bothered about the fairies. Like the build buy is really nice, and the cast is quite nice as well. But yeah, as I said, I wouldn't buy it for the fairies as such, but for other features, I think it worked really nicely for me. And the third is hard to choose. Yes, it's hard to think of all three, right? It really is. Sabrina, I love Get to Work because I love the active careers and aliens. Yeah, I really like the active careers as well. So I think like the aliens are fun. I actually quite like the alien gameplay, and the doctor career is really hard. I haven't done the detective career in a long time, so maybe that's something I'm going to have to do anyway for my Super Sim challenge. So I'm looking forward to trying that. And the scientist career is actually a lot of fun as well. But sometimes you get a little bit too abducted by aliens all the time because of doing that career. So that's kind of the downside to that one. But if you're into being abducted by aliens, then, you know, you're good. If that's your thing, then that's all good. You get a lot more of it with that gameplay. But I do like Get to Work from the active careers, because I prefer active careers over inactive careers. So that's a personal preference of mine as well. I would rather go with you know, an active career personally as well, just because that's the kind of gameplay I enjoy. Mankiss, I couldn't do my creative clocks without the Get to Work silver clock, to be fair. There you go. There you go. You love those creative clocks, so got to remember what brought you to the dance, those creative clocks. No, just kidding. But still, they do add to the game. And I think, you know, if you are doing like community lots and that sort of thing, having the options of, what did I say, community lots, having the option of some of the stuff from Get to Work does really help and make a difference for, you know, for building and that sort of thing. But if you're not into sort of doing the active careers, I totally get that. So that, you know, makes total sense. It's not going to be really your vibe, but yeah, for me, I love an active career, so it's very my thing. MCC overrides the Lovestruck gameplay, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, there's so many mods and things like that that really do the gameplay so much better, and I think that's part of the problem with Lovestruck is like it's not new stuff, and yeah, mods quite frankly have done it much better. So that does not help. Invader, hello, how are you? How you doing? You keep thinking it's time for mushrooms, Jen. I'm obsessed. Oh, yes. But no, it's not. It's not time for mushrooms. That's on Friday. But I'm so glad you're obsessed with a mushroom, Jen. I've been having so much fun with it. And also, welcome in. How are you? I hope you're doing well. We're just having a chitty chat about our least favourite pets in The Sims. So yeah, Lovestruck is definitely up there as far as things go. But most of us have been like Lovestruck, but not everybody. And if you are into Lovestruck, I'd love to hear an opposing point of view on that, because I not exactly necessarily opposing, just like a different point of view, because yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to hear about what are the good points about Lovestruck, because I've just struggled with the good points with Lovestruck, and I want to know more. I would love to know more about that. This, Sabrina, the best part of high school years for the gameplay is being able to graduate early and go to uni and being able to drop out of high school. I'd agree with that, and I use those options all the time. So I think that's the best thing, but it really just did not add to the gameplay in a significant way beyond that, I think. It's just like so lacking for things to do with the high schoolers, like prom every week. I mean, it's just like, oh my God, I don't want to go to prom every week. You know, things like that. It's just like, oh man, this is just like, this is not my thing. And they, in the center, having all the expansions, I think my least favorite, if it includes everything, is Lightly Enchanted by Nature, because I use it the least. It's very nichey for me. It is extraordinarily nichey. I'd agree with that. Yeah, it is what it is. Like, I think just because it appeals so much to my style of gameplay when it comes to the natural living side of things, I think that's why I probably appreciate it a little bit more. But it's extraordinarily nichey, and it probably, I think there's enough for it to be actually an expansion pack with the way that they did it. But I also feel like Fairies could have been a game pack, and that they didn't need to actually make an expansion pack out of it, if you know what I mean. Like, it didn't have to be as much as it was, and it could have been just like, you know, a little game pack or something. But, you know, at the end of the day, I think it was worthy of being an expansion pack, because it had enough depth to it with the way that they did it. So, you know, I'm not upset about it being an expansion pack. I just think that, yeah, maybe could have been done differently or something like that. I don't know. We've got little magazines to read while they're by the toilet. That'll be quite nice. Invader, though I'd like to see your take on the 7 deadly sins challenge. I should certainly find it and send you the rules sometime. Invader, I would love that. Thank you very much. I'm currently doing the 1x1 chaos challenge, and let's switch that. And that's going to be wrapping up soon, I think, judging by the progress I'm making. So I have got another challenge after that I have got planned, but then after that I don't have another challenge. So I would love to hear that and hear about it, because I like to keep challenges on sort of like on a little list of challenges that I want to try, and you know, have like a little, yeah, sort of like a little list of them. So I've got a you know, an idea in mind about what I want to do kind of next and stuff. So yes, I would love to hear about it. Please share, please share. I don't know, is it weird to have a bench in the bathroom? I feel like a chair in the bathroom makes sense. A bench is a bit weird. Thank you very much, Mancurse. I will moisten my throat. In the center, Wicked Winds has had what Love Struck does for years, but I totally get it. Absolutely adds it for console. Yeah, I agree on that. Like, it brings it to the game for console, which I think is fantastic. It's just, yeah, I think for a lot of PC players, it's been there for a long time, for those that want to use the mods and that sort of thing. But great for those who don't want to use mods or can't use mods, and then they've got, you know, that option to have that in the game. But, you know, it could have been done better, I think. It just didn't have the depth that it should have. I don't know what to put in the bathroom. Maybe like a little chair like that, and like a plant. There we go. They are elderly, so I feel like they need a seat to get themselves up and around, and, you know, that sort of thing. So a little seat in the bathroom would be helpful. There we go. That makes sense. Messina, I actually don't know what the 7 Deadly Sins is challenge. I've never seen it before, so yeah, very, very curious about that. I'd love if you can send me the link to it. I mean, I can always Google it as well, but yeah, I'd love to see. I'd love to check it out anyway, because, you know, you never quite know what's going to appeal and what's not. So always want to check out these challenges and see what's up with them. All right, I think we've finished the grandparents' apartment, or trailer, as the case may be. So now we're moving on to our erratic sim. So he's a paranoid erratic loner. There we go. That makes things fun. Mancurse, yeah, that's the only reason I brought the Enchanted by Nature. I always limit fairies to their world. Yeah, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. I would say that I would probably do, like, I never have limited the Sims to being in a particular world with my gameplay or anything like that. Just because I I lean into the chaos, and I'm just like, just come on in whenever you like. So I've never limited, like, werewolves or anything like that to you know, to certain parts of the world or anything. But yeah, I absolutely get why people do it, because they can be very annoying as such. So, you know, if yeah, I totally get the whole limiting like different occults and stuff to different worlds. That totally makes sense to me as something that people would want to do. It's just I embrace the chaos, I think, is my problem. Oh boy. Nasina, oh yeah, oh, you're not in my Discord, Invader. Oh boy, yeah, I've got a whole Discord. You're welcome to come in and join. Please do share my stuff, share your stuff there, because I have all my challenges and stuff in there too, and you can, you know, share your picks and bits and pieces. So yeah, please come on in if you feel like it, and share your stuff. Not, you don't have to. You're always welcome to DM me as well. Radiator. I got a fire, so they had like a little cozy fire. I did a fireplace for them, so that's going to be their central heating. But I think I'll put a radiator in our loner ones. I feel like he's going to be too paranoid for a actual fireplace. So I think we'll add in a little radiator into his place for that one. As long as they have some sort of heating, I think they're good, right? That's going to be our paranoid soon. So, Aylin, I haven't actually explored so much of Lovestruck yet in gameplay because I had it for quite a short time. I got a new computer last October and was finally able to buy a few of those EPs that I wanted to have but hadn't been able to buy for my old computer. It had issues and couldn't add more bigger packs. Fair enough, get that. So I've recently got Lovestruck, Growing Together, Businesses and Hobbies, and I've been building more than playing lately. I definitely want to start doing more gameplay too. Awesome. Yeah, like the Lovestruck build buy and the CAS is just chef's kiss. It's just the gameplay really lets that pack down, for me anyway, personally. But I think the 3 packs that you've chosen, Lovestruck, Growing Together, and Businesses and Hobbies, all all amazing build buy in all 3 of those. So I feel like you are making some good choices there for your building, for sure, because I think they're all, you know, fantastic as far as building goes. Yes, great choices, I think, for that. Invader join. I've joined. I'll send the link when you get home. Thank you. Appreciate that. I'd love to check that out, because yeah, keep that in mind for a future thing that I can do, because you never quite know. Or it might be that I need something to. I haven't quite decided what I'm doing as far as you know, Very Veggie and that sort of thing goes. So yeah, once I finish Very Veggie, am I going to do another challenge or what I'm going to do? So we'll see. We will see. I have not made up my mind as far as those sort of things go yet. What else? Other things that we could have in this house that would indicate paranoia? Just out of curiosity, this is a paranoid conspiracy theorist. I think there's going to be some cool stuff from like Strangerville that we can add in. So I'll look at adding that. But yeah, is there anything specific that you guys can think of that would be really good for a conspiracy theorist house? There's a question for you. Sabrina, you'll be a detective in Peach Gen of Not So Berry. Ooh, okay, cool. That's good. That's good. Because yeah, as I said, I haven't done the detective thing in a long time. So I'm quite looking forward to doing that. That's fun. Yes. Aylin, but so far the little gameplay that I've been doing of Lovestruck, you do like it. Okay, well that's good. Because if it's good for you, then you know, that's been a fantastic choice for you. I just like, we all have like those different things that we like and don't like, right? So yeah, it's just one of those things. I might bring that down like that, and then like that there. Yeah, give it a little bit more space. Okay, so that's going to be our little paranoid fellas. I don't know if I want to put too many windows in. I feel like he would, like, you know, not really have much in the way of windows and stuff. Messina, I have fairies limited to their will, but it doesn't seem to matter. I'm just used to it now. So do you limit the fairies to their world, and do they still come out and about and still, like, you know, make trouble out in the world, or you just kind of forget about them? What sort of way does that sort of shake out for you? You do have more to explore from it though. Yeah, well, fair enough. I mean, it takes so long to really get to know a pack and understand it, and you know, really, yeah, know it well, I think, because there's so much so much to packs mostly, particularly when it's expansion packs. Like, you know, there's quite a lot that you need to kind of figure out, and like there's always these little hidden kind of bits and pieces and stuff that you don't even realize are there until you've like played it in depth and you're like, oh, what's this, and then all of a sudden you realize, oh, okay, it's got this whole thing to it, and then you're like, whoa, okay, there's more to this pack than I knew. That happens to me quite regularly, you know, discovering more things about packs and stuff. So, you know, I feel like, you know, you could have a whole lot more on your hands to uncover than you realize with that. Mancast, you limit werewolves as well. Yeah, yeah, it's really hard with the werewolf rages, and the fact that they come around and smash things up and freak people out. So I get why people limit werewolves for sure. Invader, while I was playing my 7 Deadly Sins challenge, Vlad and Greg randomly started fighting out on the street in front of my Sims house. Vlad and Greg going at it? Oh my god. That would be hilarious. Mancast, I will join when I get my new PC, going shopping for one next week. Oh my gosh, man, you're getting a new PC? Ah! That's so exciting! Oh my gosh, do you know what you're getting? Have you sort of like, you know, bookmarked like a few options? Have you done your research? Oh, that's so exciting. You're going to be like so over the moon to have all your packs and stuff in your game again. Lucina, yes, they're limiting werewolves. Never know when there will be a raging werewolf to photobomb your next photo. That happens all the time. That happens all the time, this. Invader, the listening device is a must. Yes. Hang on, I have a drink. Strangerville, right? Let's have a look at Strangerville stuff. Yeah, I think the listening device is for sure. That is, yeah, that one there. Yep. So he's not going to have like a TV. Oh, will he have a TV? Or maybe we'll put like a TV up on the wall. But like, yeah, the listening device and everything like that. Yes, for sure. Yeah, and I think like there's like, yeah, a TV up the top. I think that would work a treat. Listening device. Listening device. Oh, listening device with a chair. Hang on, that's even better. Listening device with a chair. Aha, there we go. We'll have to see what else we've got there in Strangerville. Nasina, hidden bookcase door. There is security cameras and telescope. Ooh, like the hidden bookcase door for his bedroom. Yes, that's a good idea. I'll have a look for that in a sec once I'm out of Strangerville. Telescope. Yes, I'll add a telescope. Oh yeah, because he's spying on people. Hidden cameras. Yes. Oh my gosh, we need so many things. Sabrina, listening device, basement, paranoid Sims love a basement. I can't really do a basement with a trailer. Windows should be covered up. Yes. Okay, definitely we'll do a couple of windows covered up. And telescope for spying. Brilliant. Okay, we'll get all these things in. If you have windows, you could always use the debug to have them boarded up as if he boarded them up himself. That's a cool idea. Okay, I'm going to add a couple of windows just so we can board them up. Good idea. Invader, after all, you can never really are able to control your windows being in your house or not. No, that's true. That's true. So they're going to come with windows. Hang on, I'll come back to Strangerville. Oh, there's so many exciting ideas. Thank you, guys. So many exciting ideas. Okay, so we're going to put in some windows and we'll see if we can board those suckers up. Does anybody know off the top of their head if there's any boards around? Is it sort of debug, just thinking debug werewolves or debug Strangerville, where you'd get those? Mancus, have the windows that are the shutters closed on them. Oh yeah, that's an idea as well. Hopefully I'm leaving the technical side to my stepson. He downloads I can do anything else way over my head. Oh, that's so awesome. I'm very excited for you. Getting a new PC is just the most exciting thing. Hang on, I'm going to get all these things in that we've suggested, and then I'm going to find these boards. So telescope. We'll get the werewolves one, because I feel like, you know, he can't afford much, but can definitely afford that. So he's going to keep an eye on people. Telescope. Basement I can't do. Windows definitely we're going to cover up. Telescope. Listening device we've got. Hidden bookcase door. That was the other thing. Ooh, fun. He's going to be such a fun character. If I wasn't already doing so much cast this week, this month, I would probably think about doing the cast for this, but I've got like a ridiculous amount of, for some reason, I have a crazy amount of cast this month to do. So, you know, there you go. Also, if anybody wants to take part in a cast challenge, I have got one running at the moment, for fashion month. So we've got like a different prompt for each week, for, yeah, like a month in fashion with the Sims. So the one that's just closed off is the Met Gala, so that one's finished now. But the next one that's coming up is a model going to a photo shoot inspired by the Machino stuff pack for the fashion side of things. So yeah, if you guys are keen on doing a little bit of a challenge, I've got that up on my Discord at the moment. You can make some Sims for that and do all the things. So yeah, actually, what if we change the Strangerville door as well? Change that to the Strangerville door with the signs. Oh yes, perfect. What else we got Strangerville wise that we can add in? And then I'm going to look for some boards for the window. Knick-knack brack. Oh no, that's the stand. Vinny, gotta go take care of my mum again. Sorry to have to hop off. You're all good. See you later. You do what you need to do for your mum. Thanks for being here and for popping in. I appreciate it. Catch you later, Vinny. Take care of yourself. If not a basement, how about a garden shed? It's a little bit hard for a trailer park because I feel like you wouldn't have like individual things like that. But am I wrong on that? Like, I don't know. Because, you know, I think we've established the fact that Velvet does not know much about trailer parks. So is like a garden shed something like I can maybe... I don't know if I could squeeze one in. I could probably squeeze one in, like there, if need be. So, garden shed, yes or no for a trailer park? I don't know. I think Life and Death might have boards. I feel like I remember Werewolves maybe as well. Okay. Alright, I'll look in both those packs. I feel like... they're definitely there. I've seen them, but I haven't used them because I don't do too many rundown kind of style builds. So, that's sort of new. Well, not really new to me, but, you know, I don't do enough of them to really remember where some of this stuff is as such. Conspiracy theorist. Inconspicuous wall. No. Huge thing. I don't know what that is. What's that? Ooh, yes. Spy satellite thing. Yes, please. I think he would definitely have a few of those around, and we'll definitely do some security cameras. Vader, I've seen them in debug, but sorry, I don't remember which pack. I don't have that pack sadly, but I can figure it out. Something to do with a model for sure. Oh yeah, and you don't have to use the Machino pack at all. It's just like it's the inspiration for the challenge for that week is the Machino pack. But if you don't have it, don't worry about it. It's purely just like a photo kind of community feature. So what's happening is I'm doing a cast video each week that's going to be doing those prompts. So I'll be creating it, and then at the end of that, I'm doing like a community kind of like photo shoot feature. So you can use whichever packs you like. You can use poses, you can use CC, anything like that. And I just take those photos that you send in, and I pop them up on the community feature. Just like if you've got any information about the sim, I'll share that. I'll pop your gallery name or you know, social media name or whatever you share as well on the little community feature at the end of the video. So it's just like a little way for everybody to kind of get involved in the cast challenge as well. So if you are keen, then you can do that. If you're not, then you don't have to. So there you go. But yeah, you don't need the Machino pack at all. You don't need any particular pack. You can just take part with whatever you want to do with it. It's just like just about inspiration more than it is about the specific pack. So yeah, hopefully that works. Makes sense? Makes sense? Maybe makes sense. I hope so. Live edit. So let's have a look. So we reckon werewolves or possibly Life and Death for some boards for the windows. Righto. It's not Strangerville. Okay. So we narrowed that down. So we're going to go Life and Death and werewolves. Let's start with Life and Death. Man, because search for debug wood slats for windows on gallery and gallery rooms. Oh, could do that as well. I'll have a wee look in debug, and then if I can't find it, we'll do that. Good thinking, man. Sabrina, maybe the mother plant tendril from debug. Ooh, for Strangerville. Hang on, actually, that's a good idea because like he's been to Strangerville and he's come back with a little something something. Hey, that's a cool idea. I like that. Like this one, the strange wall vines. No, not that. Tendril. This one. There we are. There we are. We might do something more with that, but I'll just put that down for now. And, oh, we can... Oh, shoot. That's giant. What if we smalled that down and had, like, a little thing in their garden? What are you doing over there? Hey, what you doing? One of my cats is being crazy in the kitchen. You can just hear them go... They got the zoomies. Somebody's got the zoomies over there. Hello. That's Katie, I think. She gets the zoomies in the kitchen. Invader, it would depend on the type of trailer park, because in some you would have to get permission to build anything. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Like, I think you would just have, like, this is your space and that's it. Like, I feel like you wouldn't necessarily have a garden shed. But, I could potentially fit one in, but I don't know. I think the satellite actually does a nice job of filling that space. Okay. Carmen Centino, hello, how are you? How are you today? Welcome on in. We are doing a bit of building here at the moment in The Sims 4. This is our trailer park that we're building, and we're doing like little stories for each of the trailers today. So we've got a dad with his young toddler. We've got a so that's their house there, the little toddler and the dad. And then we've done a loving grandparent couple here. They've been together for ages, and then we've done their little trailer. And at the moment, we're working on an erratic, paranoid, conspiracy theorist loner sim, which is a mouthful. But yeah, we're doing like some conspiracy theory kind of like, you know, very loner, very shut off kind of vibe for this particular thing. And then we've got the crazy cat lady is what we're going to be doing next. So that's going to be fun. Anyway, welcome on in. I hope you're well. If you haven't met me before, I'm Velvet. And yeah, I am streaming across 2 platforms today as well. So if you do hear me chatting away to people and you can't see them, that's the reason. But come on in. Hope you're doing well today. Mancus, I think that's where he would have the listening device. Cool. And the wall lights in Strangerville have a make do feel. Oh, yeah, true. Yes, I know what you're talking about. We'll have a look at those again. See if I can find this debug wall stuff. I know I've seen them as well, but I can't remember for the life of me what I've seen them in. What was the other one we're going to check? Werewolves. Werewolves would be a likely one as well. I feel like that would be. I feel like this is the kind of guy that might have a bonfire too. Like burning the evidence. You know? Burning the evidence kind of dude. Whoa. Bonfire. Oh, shoot. I'm moving my grass around. I feel like you probably couldn't in a regular, in a regular, you know, trailer park. You probably would need a lot of permission to be able to do any sort of fire burning or anything like that. But, you know, it's The Sims. They like to set things on fire. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. I know we've got like this wood, you know, for potentially building things and stuff. But is there wood that goes across the windows? Which pack is that? I know it exists. But where is the question? Dunno. This is looking cool. I think it is looking cool. Like, it's come together really nicely. I don't know why this is all dark. There we go. A little bit more afternoon sun. Got all dark out there for a reason. Oh, what's this letter? I've never used this before. That's pretty cool. Look at that. That's winning stories. So if I go into here, let's see if we can find anything that looks like it can remotely go across windows. Going to be a little bit of scrolling for a minute, guys. But yeah, I think this is coming together nicely. So, if we come up with the next one. So the next one that we're going to be building is the crazy cat lady. So I think that's going to be nice and easy to kind of do because we're just going to add lots of cat stuff. But the question is our crazy cat lady, is she going to be elderly? Is she going to be middle-aged? Is she going to be young? Because I feel like there's no sort of set limit on, maybe I can just lift these up, on an age for somebody who's crazy for cats. Like, you know, you can be crazy for cats at any age. I feel like that's reasonable. Kind of go like that, and just thinking down there, but yeah, what sort of age group should we pop her in? Just thinking about things like, are we going for like the slightly more youthful look, or are we going like, you know, a little bit older? What's the vibe here? We're going to start thinking about that. And should we do like a particular color theme for this? Oh, what if I did it around this way, like that? And just mixed it up like that way. That could work as well. Other things we can do, because I can't. I'm sure that it exists, but I can't for the life of me see the things that go across windows. I think you can just do like simple things like this as well, with the board coming through. You know, stuff like that. And then we can maybe paper on the inside and things like that. I think that could all work. You know, that works, right? Is it base game or an earlier pack for the wood slats? Yeah, I know there's like a base game one that has like these ones, like this stuff here with the broken wood and that sort of thing. So I know that exists in base game, but I don't think there's anything that specifically goes across windows or anything. But that one kind of sticks out, so it's really not the ideal one. But what was I just using? Forgot. Oh no! Forgot what I was doing. But I think that works quite well. It was werewolves. Werewolves had that one that goes across. Ah, you know what? Also, what's the pack that has those stay out signs? I think it's werewolves, right? It has the stay out signs. I think I want to use those as well. So, you know, it's got all those things. So I feel like he's the kind of household that would have a whole variety of different signs and things going across his property. Just like, stay out of here, you know, you can't come in here. Private property. I will defend myself and my property, blah, 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 you know. That's his kind of vibe, right? Conspiracy theorist. There we go. We're getting some different stuff running across there. Maybe young? Okay. I think that'll be a little bit different because we've already done like sort of like an elderly, you know, an elderly couple. So I feel like having a younger sort of crazy cat lady like me. That moment where Velvet dreams that she was young and not middle-aged. It's like Velvet dreaming. Anyway, a young cat, a crazy cat lady, just like me. Yeah, I think we'll make her just like Velvet, young and useful and youthful and into the old cats. That's perfect, right? Oh, it's werewolves I'm thinking of, isn't it? Werewolves. Hang on, werewolves has the sign. Werewolves. I saw the sign. It opened up my eyes. I saw the sign. Life is demanding without understanding. Like it would be quite cool to have like a little bar, but I feel like it's just a little too. Don't have the space for a bar. What was I looking for? The signs. Because I saw the sign. It opened up my eyes. Or is it in debug? Ew, 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 ew. Need some signs. Mankus, I'm with you, Velvet. My mind is young, but my body ain't. That's exactly right. Like, my brain is very young, but yes, my body is not keeping up, or is like far exceeding where my brain is at. One of the two. I'm not too sure which it is. Oh, sad state of affairs, isn't it? Sad state of affairs, indeed. Also, I was going to look for some cinder blocks to put under the trailers as well, but I might just do that off camera. It's not really like a big urgent job or anything like that. It's just one of those details I was thinking would be quite cool. Oh my god, I know these signs exist. Where on earth are they? You know, there's like those keep out signs. Am I looking in the wrong pack? Perhaps. Yeah, these ones. Why couldn't I see them? Why could I not see them? Okay, there we go. Stay out of here. Keep out, keep out. Ha! There we go. Nobody's coming in here. Is there any other sort of keep out signs that would be really good for here? Because he's the guy that would have everything kind of like slapped on everywhere. Don't come in here. No, you can't come in. No entry. Warning. Warning. No. Danger. It's very dangerous. Don't come in here. We're not going to allow strangers in this place, that's for sure. Stop. Safety time. You know, that's the whole vibe we've got going on there. Do not come in. Got any other signs that would work for that? Aylin, you feel the same as well. It's our youthful minds, but unfortunately our bodies are letting us down, right? Oh, how dare they? How dare they? Signs. I mean, I don't know how much you'd actually be allowed to do any of this in an actual, you know, actual park, but actual, you know, place that you live. But, you know, for the sake of this character, he's going to have free reign to put signs on because it is his property and he can do what he likes, you know? That's kind of the idea. He can do what he wants. Whoa, do what he wants. Graffiti. Oh, yes, that's a great idea. Because he's got to get his message across, and he is passionate about that. Graffiti. Yes, that's more angry. Let's go with that option. It's angrier. Angry. Oh, these ones. Perfect. Good thinking, man. Yes. I think we probably have it on the inside as well, right? Graffiti on the inside. Yes. That's his artwork, right? Rawr, tiger. Oh, that's awesome. Awesome. Yes, more signs, more signs. Actually, I might put that instead of this one. Yes, that works with our signage vest. Stay out. I would not want to go near this guy. I think he would just be a little bit too unhinged for me, I've got to say. Basement treasures. Is there anything cool in there that I can just add? Basement treasures. Let's see what we've got. Oh, and maybe also a sign as it from Get Together where is some bush picture with forbidden sign to reflect something like no peeking here. Ooh. Okay, I'll have a look for that as well. I'm not sure which one that is, so I will have to have a wee nosy for that one. Don't mess with this guy. Don't mess with him. He's got some things to say. Okay, so we've got a kitchen, that sort of thing. Alright, so I don't think there's anything else. Basement treasury, wise boxes, and maybe some chairs, and we can go put that there. Maybe we can put the mother plant on there. Yes, mother plant fits there nicely. Awesome. And maybe he could have like a little stereo or something, or we can put like the TV there and he can have like a little seat that he sits in, and it's very, very creepy lonery. Love that for him. Yes, and I should be able to fit like a little dining table, like a single dining table in behind there too. Yay! What was I looking for? It's standing sign? Okay. Standing sign. Hopefully it comes up under sign. What if I... Is it that one? Yeah, that's the Peepers Be Gone. Yes, that's the one. That's the one. Found it straight away. Brilliant. Ooh, it's got a few different options. Aha. Peepers Be Gone. No peeping in here, my friends. And then there's like this one here. Add that in there. And no running. Ooh, I think we'll put that on over there. No trespassing in here. You are not going to go on that property. Brilliant. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So I just need a table. Is there anything else I was going to add? I think that was it, right? I think we've managed to get quite a lot. Oh, security cameras. That was the other thing. Security cameras. No rough and tumble table. Let's go with maybe that one. And we'll do like the little matching chair in behind there. Okay, I think he should still be able to get down there. He's got his dining table. He's got his TV. He's got his monitor there. He's got his listening device. Stack of papers. Basic kitchen. We need to get in his bathroom. Oh yeah, that worked. Okay, bathroom in there. So just a basic bathroom. And bedroom. That's basically him, isn't it? All taken care of. Our little fella. Isn't he cool? I think you've done really well with him. Oh, there's a DIY, this one. I don't think I've got space for that. Maybe I do. Okay, I do. So the DIY shower, because he doesn't rely on anybody to, you know, make his stuff for him. Or, you know, to... He would make his own thing, is what I'm saying. He's a kind of DIY kind of fella, right? That one, and when he can make it himself, because he trusts himself, he doesn't trust anybody not to put listening devices into his things. So, you know, he doesn't really trust people very much. And, you know, if he can make it himself, he will absolutely make it himself, because he doesn't want any listening devices in his things. And the only way to be sure of that is by making it himself, if he can. Some things I feel like you would just struggle to make yourself, but most things maybe you can make yourself with enough know-how. I don't have that know-how, but somebody might have that know-how. You know what? Another thing that I think we need more of the game in the game is the towel storage racks. Like, why don't we have different options for different towel storage racks, right? Like, why? Why? That's my question. I think we do need more options for that. Like, imagine if we had like a really nice like couple of different wooden ones. And this, like, that would be really cool. I feel like it would be. So it's one of those things that I feel like, you know, hanging bathrobes, more coat racks, more towel racks, things like that. I think we just need more options in those because we just don't really have enough. Okay. I think that does the trick for that. And we just need some towels in there. Go with the mucky towels. Smaller towel. Yeah, imagine like having that, and also medicine cabinets. We have very little in the way of medicine cabinets as well. So, you know, I feel like that's something that we are missing. Like, mug on the armchair. Okay, let's do it. Let's make that happen. We don't have a mug on the armchair at the moment, but we could do. He's definitely not an artwork person. He is more of a poster person for sure. Posters, graffiti, that sort of thing. Plans, mug. Go, decorations, and mug on the armchair. Will that sit there nicely? No, it will not. Yes, it will. Mug on the armchair. There we go. And we'll go with the grotty version of that. That on the end. And maybe another one over here. Can we get that in front of the TV? Or in behind there? Behind there, that'll do. Nice. Good little touch. If he's making his own stuff, he needs a workbench. Oh, I can put that outside. Thank you. Good point. Good point. We can definitely do that outside. Here we go. And what if we did like a divider as a sort of a fence of some sort, if we have anything that would be suitable. Here we go. Along those sorts of lines, like he's getting trying to get like his own sort of privacy. He made his own little privacy fence. And can we change the colour of those? Yes, we can. Jimmied that together, look, with his woodworking. And maybe maybe one of those garden benches or something from Greenhouse Haven. That could work a treat there. You know, like he's making his own stuff. Pots. Plants. Sprays, like, you know, it's not necessarily doing gardening, but he's like more sort of like growing his own special garden stuff. You know what I'm saying? His own special garden stuff. Nice. Nice. Anything else we should add for him? Otherwise, I think we're pretty good. I'll just finish the bedroom. And he's all sort of taken care of. Thank you for all the ideas, everyone. That was super helpful. Because we come up with all sorts of things for him, didn't we? Perfect. Just thinking like the blow-up bed. Maybe. Or, no, we can do like the heart bed again. In a different swatch from what we had in the dad's one. There we go. Should we have that up against the wall? Put that in the middle. He's got the space for it in the middle. And then we can have like little bits of furniture and stuff around. Things that he's maybe in the process of making, perhaps. stuff. Little end table, and beside that, put a lamp on there. It's security cameras. That was the other thing I needed to add, wasn't it? Security cameras. Camera. Here we go. Security cameras. There we go. All the way around there. I think you definitely get the vibe for him. So many security cameras. You are definitely not getting near this property without him knowing about it. Awesome. Okay, maybe a little plant and something in his bedroom. I think we're about done with that. And we can start on our cat lady. So she's going to be a younger cat lady. And I think we'll just like stuff the place full of awesome cat things. I think that's going to be cool. I think I almost need something there, but I don't know what to put there. Oh, barbecue. So he doesn't go and do like the social thing, right? That's not his thing. And like a little table out there as well. Little table set. Because he's not going to go and share his food or anything. He's not going to socialize, so he's got to have his own little setup, doesn't he? I feel like that absolutely makes sense for him. Rather than being someone that goes and uses the community stuff. He does his own thing. I'm being blind there. Oh, we'll do the cats and dogs one. And just one chair because he only ever has himself there. Nobody ever comes over. Just one chair. One chair, his own barbecue, and nobody is coming in and sharing with him. Yay! And just going to finish this bedroom. Doo-doo-doo. What else? What else? What else? Maybe like a little single. I feel like he would have a PC because he's got to get on to the forums and he's got to register the fact that he is upset about, or like, you know, he's got to share his theories. So I think like a computer for him actually makes sense. It's something he would be invested in having in his place. So he would have the computer in there, you know, just sit there and post blah 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 blah. I saw this today and I saw that today, and that would be his kind of vibe, right? Old newspapers that he's got lying around. That one with the stain on it, yes. Because he's not going to be the most, you know, cleanly kind of guy. And maybe a little bookshelf. If we can sneak a bookshelf in beside there. Something utilitarian. A little old locker. And maybe one more poster. Oh yes, Strangeable wall lights. Thank you. And you have forgot something. You have forgot something. Okay, what have we got? That and that for sure, and then Strangeable wall lights. There we go, Strangeable wall lights. These ones, the industrialized DIY lighting. Yes, perfect. Going in there and in there. Wonderful. Love that. Yay! Okay, I think we have our paranoid fella over there. Ooh, cat lady time. Cat lady time. Sorry, spinning the camera around a bit there. I want to have that over there. Cat lady should be fun because, you know, we love the cats around here. And she has her mobility sorted. She's got her ramp going up there. Made her a little ramp. Because, you know, we want to have a little bit of mobility options if we can. Go down there. Yes. All right. Let's get our covering in. We'll go from there. Boxes of files. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'll add those in. I did do some files around by his desk, but I didn't do boxes of files. But he should probably have some boxes around, shouldn't he? I wonder if it comes up under files. Yeah, look at that, it does. Where are we? Where are we? Where are we? Hang on, I'm all turned around. There we go. boxes of files. Files, files, lots of files. More files. There we go, around there. Should be able to change the color on those. Yes, we can. And yes, we can. Boxes of files. Brilliant. He would absolutely have those. They would have those. So, cats. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many cats does she have? We'll do 4 lots of things. And I need to have stairs going in. Let's just see what we can get for all the cat things. I also need to copy and paste those stairs. There we go. Oh. Stairs on a diagonal. Okay, that's going to be a problem. Let's work that out. First thing is, we need access. Because I've got her trailer raised. Oh, you know what we could potentially do? We could just raise this. That actually solves the problem. And then we can just angle that up for our ramp. Accessibility to ramp. And then we can do the platform through there. Okay. There we go. So that should work, I think, as far as that goes. There we go. Yes. That solves that problem. Perfect. So, cat lady. She is definitely going to have... I think the cats would eat under the shelter. How should we deal with the litter boxes? Should we have like some litter boxes? Maybe I can move that there. And we can get some litter boxes going on. So let's have a look at our pet options and what we've got. Pets. It's going to have to be the cheap, obviously, litter boxes. Because we can't go the expensive ones. Did I miss them? I did miss them. So the cheap, just like Mr. Tinkle's litter box. There we go. Cute little litter box down there for each, a couple of them. Sorry, cats, they have to share. Maybe 3. I think she's going to have 7 cats total. So we're going to have like a little pooping area. And different colours for the different cats. There we go. Poop. And we'll have that going in there. Ding, 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 ding. So brown, black, red, and blue. There we go. Black and yellow. Perfect. We've got cat toys. There we are. Beautiful cat toys for them. Oh, thank you very much, Aylin. I will save it, dummy. Cheers to that. Cheers to that. Love it. And we will definitely have like pet furniture. That's going to be her big investment. No doubt about it. Pet stuff like everywhere. We're going to have pet beds as well. Maybe put those inside the house. But, you know, there's going to be all sorts of things that she's going to have for her cats. And I want the pet mats as well. So if we go... cats and dogs, and then my first pet. Let's see what we have for options. Rugs. Oh, she would definitely have any sort of like cat themed planters, things like that. You know, anything cat themed. I think we're gonna have in this house. It's gonna be all about the cat themes. Everything cat. Everything's coming up, cat. Wow. Oh, okay. We've got a meow there. Meow. And then maybe a little one in beside that. Little kitties. Oh my gosh. Boop and Snoots. I feel like it's a dog. She wouldn't be into the dogs. I think she'd be into the cats. And you can have like the mats underneath for the feeding. Look at that. Cute little ones and cute little paw ones. Oh my gosh. Yes. Paw prints. Yes, we do. Oh, yes. Like the muddy paw prints and stuff coming up. Yeah. Love that. I love those little muddy footprints that we got with cats and dogs. I think they're awesome. And cats actually are, you know, can be quite messy. So, you know, not a surprise if they are messy. So other things that we can have inside, let's have a look. So we definitely want some more little cat towery type things. More cat towers and cat towers, cat scratchies. We'll have our cat feeding outside and our cat pooping outside. Because I feel like, you know, she's still going to be conscious of, like, you know, hygiene and stuff. And we'll have, like, crunchy bits. What else we got? I think about the decals. I'm not sure whether or not we want to go decals, but maybe. We'll definitely have some more cat toys inside. And would she walk her cats? I feel like there's a possibility she would walk her cats. I think there's a possibility, distinct possibility. We'll have, like, obviously our cat beds and stuff. Okay, so let's get our floor plan done. Newspaper under the cat litter trays. Oh, good idea. There was that there, right? Newspaper for that. Wonder if there's a way to, like, make that sort of private for the kitties. I mean, there is a way to do, like, a half wall kind of one. Let's get rid of that for a second. So you can do, like, a half wall thing. I don't know if it's going to work from here just because of the way that, yeah, I think that's going to be a little awkward to set up. And because of the angle. Do it over here. But you can do, like, a little half wall thing where they can, like, walk in underneath and, like, have a cat door to go in. You know what I mean? So we could do that and move that over there, and then you can have, like, the cat litter things in here like this, and we can do, like, a faux roof over the top and then, like, the little cat door going in. But I don't know whether or not, oops, sorry, bumping on my mic with my little fingies. So you can go down here, cats and dogs. But there's, like, a little cat door down here, right? Your little cat door. And then they can get in there and access that. Oh, that's floating. Whoopsies. And they can get in there, and then we put our newspaper under there, just like that. And then that's sort of like a thing. And then we get the little grate from base game, which is, where is it? This one here. Okay, we go like that, and then that kind of, like, goes up above this one and, like, acts as, like, a little bit of a roof for the cats, you know? Kind of like that a little bit. Something along those sorts of lines, and it'd be like a little cat litter area. Bush in front, yeah. Oh, that could have worked too. No, need to clean them though. Oh yeah, that's a good point. Okay, alright. It's a good idea, but yeah, we wouldn't be able to clean them. Okay, let's just undo that. Good point, man. Thank you for being practical. You love the kitty house? Yeah, the kitty house is cute, but yeah, it was a very good point. We need to we need to be able to clean it. Otherwise, there's going to be some situations going on which are a little unfortunate in terms of the stinkies. We don't want to have the stinkies in our house, so yeah, all right. We'll abandon that idea. But maybe you can do, like, some little bushes in front for privacy. Because that would be semi-private for the kitties, right? Maybe move that over that way a little smidge. Move that over there. There we go. Now we're creating our space. There we are. More space for our kitty litter situation. There we go. Crazy cat lady here. I only actually have one cat, but I feed many. Fair enough. Fair enough. You've thought about it. That was practical. I appreciate that. Because for gameplay wise, obviously you're going to be able to access the stuff to take care of those little accidents, you know. Well, not really accidents if they're doing it in the right place, though, is it? Hopefully that debug won't be too annoying. Maybe I won't do that. Maybe we'll do... Oh, see, I wish these party bushes weren't pea bushes because they're awesome. You know these wolf bushes? I like the I want a non-pea version of those. I think that would be amazing. I want something that's not going to be too interruptus debuggers. That's going to cause problems for walking around, you know? I feel like these are like, sometimes these are called like, oh no, that's something else slightly. You know, like those cattail plants? I'm going to pretend these are cattail plants. And there we go. We have our little cat area for pooping. A poop zone. Love it. Oh, Nasina. Oh boy. But you do that though, right? You make assumptions on gender and stuff like that sometimes via name, and it just like makes no logical sense whatsoever. You just make the assumption. Okay, that's not right. Assumptions. You know what they say about them. There we go. That's about as close as I think I can get with the ramp. But there we are. And you know what? I kind of need to do like a little path going in that way. Little path going in there and coming around there as well. There we go. A little bit of paving and a little bit of dirt going in there too. Awesome. I think I still need to do some shrubs going around there. Oops, not floating shrubs though, Velvet. It's pretty tight in there. I don't think that's going to fit. Vancouver wouldn't call me a lady. That's a bit posh. Oh, funny. I know how that feels. I think calling me a lady would be a stretch as well, but anyway, go for it if you want to. I think I'm very far from posh enough to be a lady. Love that. Okay, so we kind of got like a little bit of a path running through there as well. So we'll go like that, kind of around there. Whee! A little bit of path work going in. Nice. Okay, let's decorate this house. So I think the last two houses I'll do off stream because I think we've done really well today. This is our third house for the day, and I've got the community lot to go. But yeah, I think this will be our last stream with this particular build, but I will finish it off stream, and I'll pop it up as a speed build on my lovely YouTube channel. And if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, think about it. It's not a bad thing to do. I promise it's okay. I'm nice over there too. Oh, me trying to convince people. I'm fine, I promise. It's okay. This is looking awesome. Thank you. I think it is coming together quite nicely, isn't it? I think it's coming together all right. We're doing okay with this. It's like lots of different details, I think, in all of the buildings. And there's lots of details as far as, you know, the, whatchamahave, the landscaping, that sort of thing goes. But I think, you know, it's come together quite superbly. I don't think we're going to be able to fit all of this stuff inside. So maybe we could have like a little cat scratcher there. You know what? I feel like cats would absolutely love this place because they would have so much space to kind of run around and do what they want to do. Like they would have the best time like going out there outside and having like so much fun. I feel like this is going to be their vibe totally. Oh man, that's too high. Okay. Right, so I think we can fit one thing there. I think I'm going to put a single bed. She's going to be a single bed lady. So single bed lady in here. And it's going to be just a nice basic bed. And then like she's going to, you know, create some room obviously for the cats to sleep in her room too. I think that makes sense to me. Single cat lady fun. Yeah. Cute little single bed. Mankiss, can I have a pet door by the main door? Yes, you absolutely can. Of course you can. That's a good point. Pet door there. Dainty doggy door. Maybe we go slightly... No, the smaller one should be big enough, I think. And we'll do that in the grey, right beside there. Perfect. Boom, done. Scratchy post there. There we go. Ooh, multicolour one. That's cool. Also, I need to do the windows. Windows there. Maybe a window there. Window here. Maybe a couple of windows there. Something like that. Alright. So we're going to have another little cat tower in there. And her entertainment is cats. Whether or not she'll actually have a proper lounge is unlikely, but we'll see how we go. Oh, sorry, Nasina. Nasina's redeemed kitty treat. Thank you, Nasina, for sponsoring the day, sponsoring the kitties today and their dreams of becoming the most catnip kitties in the whole wide world. You have sponsored them with some pillowy, crunchy goodness filled with catnip and other things that I don't understand, and they're gonna go yum 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 yum, and they're gonna be so happy, and then they're gonna like eat all the goodness, and then they're gonna fall asleep. And they're going to sleep off all of the wonderful things that they have just eaten. So thank you so much for sponsoring the kitties today on their dreams to become catnipped. Meow. Man cursed, it's fine. I get it all the time. My screen name is my name and Mand, and half of my daughter's name cursed. Kirsten. Ah, man cursed. Well, that makes sense. Mand and cursed. Logically. That's kind of what I thought it was. Like the joining of two names. Nasina, coming from someone whose username is completely made up. Aylin, my username is also made up. It's not my real name. Everybody has a made up name. I love it. You know, this is going back in time. So I'm gonna go back in time to the olden days. And the olden days of the internet. And back in the olden days of the internet, we were all really paranoid about having our real names out there, right? So from the olden days of the 90s and stuff, we always had a made-up name. Like, you never used your real name on the internet because there were always the horror stories about people that use their real name on the internet, and then, you know, they got scammed and things like that. So, you know, you would never ever use your real name on the internet back in the old days. So it was one of those things that you always did, was you always came up with a name that was going to be a something that was not your real name, because then people could scam you if you used your real name on the internet. Back in the days. So that was the thing. So I've always used a version of Velvet as an online name, and that's always been the case for me. Is just always used it, just because from back in the 90s. It was just a thing that was always like, yeah, you can't use your real name. I can't think. There's not like just like a cat one. That'll have to do, I think. It's got a cat and a dog. That's kind of sweet. So yeah, that was the thing. You couldn't use, or you didn't use your real name. It was just like a thing. You didn't use it, and so yeah, always been Velvet. And my name Velvet is actually derived from a book. Surprise, surprise. I'm a big reader, so, you know, everything's derived from a book, basically. So there's these books called the Belgariad series, and they're by an author called David Eddings, and he's one of my favorite authors when I was younger, and I absolutely loved his fantasy books. And yeah, the Belgariad and the Malorian, it was like two connected series, and they were fantasy, and there was a character called Silk in them, and he was a fella, and he was a spy, and he was very cool. And then in the second series, the Malorian series, it introduced a character called Velvet. And Velvet was his girl counterpart. So she was like a spy, really cool, smart ass, you know, all that sort of thing. So, yeah, basically, long story short, I got the name from Velvet in a book. Naming Velvet in a book. So that's where that came from. Made up name. There you go. Man can sleep all day and up all night like my cat. Yes, of course. Sleep all day, up all night. I mean, you know, it makes perfect sense. If you're going to make a choice about how you're going to live your life, that would be a good one to make. Mankiss, back in the old days, I used my name but backwards. Idnum. Ah, that's funny. That's a great choice. Idnum. It's funny what we came up with back in the olden days to try and disguise our identities so nobody can scam us. It was a time. I'm like, you know, the internet was new. Like, you know, we didn't have a whole background and understanding of how the internet worked and, you know, that sort of thing. And, you know, just getting household internet was, yeah, something that was very, very new, and we weren't used to it. And, you know, we had to come up with ways to protect ourselves. So I think that's a-okay to do that, right? I think so. Okay, we can have a little bed there. I think we've got a scratchy post outside, so that's okay. We'll do a little thing there. And can we put those on a shelf? Let's see. I think we can. Cool. Yeah, it's just like, you know, it's funny how like these things kind of originate. Either you sort of like make up a cool name that sounds cool, or, you know, you get it like inspiration from somewhere else or that sort of thing. I think that unless there's a specific reason for you to be particularly concerned about what your name is. A lot of people just make up random stuff for names these days, and I don't think so much thought goes into what your name is. And sometimes, you know, they're just like, whatever, it's just like, I can just make another name, or I can just, you know, be like, do this and that sort of thing. And so, you know, you don't have to worry so much about, or don't think about, put so much time and thought, I think, into what your username is going to be online, unless there's a specific reason for you to have a particular name or for whatever. But yeah, I feel like that sort of that time in our lives is kind of gone, and, you know, been and gone, and, you know, that sort of thing. But it was certainly a time in our lives. And like forums were a big thing as well. Like, you know, like, what is it, the Yahoo forums and stuff. That was always a big thing. Like, you know, being able to hang out online with other people on a forum, and, you know, you would have like chats and, you know, all that sort of thing. It was a wild time. A wild time in our lives, but it was good. It was good. It was just like, you know, exploring the internet. And I think the internet used to be a little bit more of a, you know, an innocent place as well back in those days. Whereas now it's a whole different ball game, isn't it? Whole different thing. Okay. Cat. MySpace. Oh my gosh. Yes, MySpace. Who didn't have a MySpace? Oh, I remember MySpace. My gosh. Mancus, and how the Sims 4 lags now was how dial-up worked. That comparison is amazing. Yes, dial-up. And you just like wait, and like you'd like load a picture, and it'd be like boom, 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 when you're trying to load a picture and stuff like that. Oh my gosh, yes. Oh, that was the good old days. Oh, it was hilarious. It was a different time. I mean, we certainly didn't have the speeds that we have now when it comes to things. Yes, we are going to have a cat calendar. Of course we are. And this is her grandpa with a cat. Perfect. Grandpa with a cat. We got anything else with a cat? I think that might be stretching the limits of our catness. I don't think I want to go decals. I don't think decals are going to be the right vibe. But like cat posters, yes, we can definitely put cat posters around the place. I thought there was more than that. Were they in debug? Maybe they're in debug. I thought there was like a whole lot of cat posters. Oh well, obviously I'm wrong. Dog. Cat. Perfect. What other cat things have we got? Cat. What if I typed in cat? What would I get? Cat. Not a great deal of cat things, hey? Ooh, topiary? Can we put like a little topiary out the front? I feel like that's the kind of thing that she would have, a topiary. Alan, yes, internet does seem more chaotic and so much craziness going on also than how it felt long ago. Yeah, it does. I mean, I think it's always kind of had some sort of weird, like, you know, element to it. And, you know, it's a whole lot of different people with different opinions all over the world. You know, you're never ever going to have, like, everybody agreeing on everything or anything like that. But, yeah, it does feel like it's a little bit more chaotic these days than what it used to be, for sure. Oh, it was a different time. But yeah, things like MySpace and stuff like that, it was yeah. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun back in the day. 'Twas. But yeah, things have sort of changed, and I think, you know, it's gotten a lot broader as far as, you know, the people's reach with the internet, whereas I think it was a little bit more like you'd have to go to specific sites to be able to, like, you know, communicate with people, and we didn't really have that social media element and, you know, that sort of thing, so it was like quite different. Hang on. Was there like a cat or something in this one? Just cat pet stuff? Or am I just imagining things? No, I was imagining things. Like a little tabby fur thingy though. I think that's cute in there. That's cute. Okay, let's do some curtains. Mancurse asked Jeeves was the only browser I could use, or Opera. Vine, 90s, 2000s, TikTok. Oh yeah, I remember Vine. I don't think I ever used Vine. It wasn't ever a thing that I really used, but I do remember it. But yeah, I was like, I went through a phase where I wasn't really much online. I was just like, you know, I think it was like during my 20s and stuff, and I was just more out there doing life, you know, than I was spending time on the interwebs. Did I put a rubbish bin in that other trailer? Hang on, I don't think I did. I did not. I need a rubbish bin, my friends. I forgot about rubbish bins. And I feel like this fella definitely uses a lot of rubbish. Here we go. You can have a barrel rubbish bin. There we go. Because I was just thinking we have not got a rubbish bin over here either. And we kind of need one. I was just thinking about the space over here and the fact that I might have enough space to squeeze a rubbish bin right in here if I get like a real thin one. No. What about this one? Ooh, just about. I might be able to squeeze that in. Hang on, let's see. Like, can we squeeze? I reckon we can squeeze. Yeah, look at that. Squeezed it in. Also, I need a sink. And I need some more kitchen clutter as well, so we'll get that in. Yes, it's quite interesting how things are kind of go, but yeah, I remember getting on, and like, I think it was about 96. 96 was my first internet kind of experience, like having home internet and, you know, having your dial up and that sort of thing, and yeah, your modem and having everything set up. And oh man, that was back in the day. That was a while ago now, wasn't it? 96. Oh my god, was that 30 years ago? Oh my god, that was 30 years ago. Sometimes it just blows my mind how much time has passed, and also it's a little scary. It's a little scary how old I feel sometimes, in terms of like when I think about how much time has passed, and I'm just like, oh my god, 30 years. That voice of internet trying to connect. Yes, exactly. It's like, oh, it was just like, it was such an experience, and it's just like so hard to really get that across to people that weren't really there, if you know what I mean. Like, if you haven't experienced, it's hard to really describe what that experience was, because it was just like, you know, it's a very different to what we have now, where we just basically connected all the time. We had to go out of our way to be able to connect, you know, back in the olden days, and you know, it was a specific effort to go out and do so, you know. So it was yeah, it was a whole other different time. Really, really was. Ooh, we can put maybe some stuff up there, some groceries and some recipe books. I feel like she would, like, you know, want to make like cat treats, natural cat treats. Actually, maybe not put that up there. That would be definitely her thing. I feel like natural cat treats, that sort of thing, would definitely work for her. Yeah, I know. It was a whole thing, and like you'd have to wait for a few minutes as well for everything to like connect and everything. It's just like, oh my gosh. Whereas now you just like sit down on your computer and you're like, everything is connected, and everything like relies on like Wi-Fi and that sort of thing, or almost everything. So, you know, it's a whole other thing, and how it all sort of works and stuff. There we go. That feels kind of lived in. We've got a rubbish bin. What else do we need to add? We don't really have a lounge of sorts, but I think really she's basically just playing with her cats all the time. So, you know, maybe that's okay for her. she doesn't have so much. Yeah, I don't think, if we can maybe move that, maybe we can fit like a little two-seater couch in here for her. That's a possibility. That's a possibility. Like that one. No. Oh. That's not the one. That's the one I was after. And then we have the cat thing there. Okay. That with the cracks in it? Yes. Let's do that with the cracks in it. And that's her little seat. And maybe we could put like a sneaky little TV up through here. And maybe when she goes out to work, she leaves the TV on for the cats to watch. I feel like that's something that people would do. And it's actually something that people do, is that they leave the TV on for their pets during the day to keep them company. I honestly don't think there's anything wrong with that at all. It's cute. And why not? But yeah, it is actually something people would do. And I feel like something that this character would do as well. She would leave the TV on for her pets. Makes total sense. Mankus, I try to compare The Sims to Simmers anyway. I got reminded that I was over half a century old last week. That was literally his words. Thanks very much. Like, I'm half a century old. No. Oh, boy. That's the thing, though. It's just like, you know, because I feel like, you know, we're talking about how we're all sort of like young in our brains. And then, like, until you actually stop and think about how old you are, you know, you really just genuinely don't feel it, because you don't think, you know, you don't necessarily think old. It's your body that just, like, you know, deteriorates in the most cheerful fashion at all. But it's your body that kind of breaks down. It's not your brain. Well, most of the time. There's obviously circumstances around that. But yeah, like, you know, so you do, it's like your mind still feels like very youthful, and, you know, you don't really think in a less youthful fashion. It's just that, yeah, your body changes and it gets older and stuff like that. But your brain still, you know, stays young and fresh and that sort of thing. You know what, I might do a smaller bed. That way I can fit like a little dresser in there. That would be great. Maybe some trunks. And then the cats can jump on that as well. So like some trunks for the dresser, so you can store that in there. And then we'll do like another little cat bed off to the side. Now, is there anything else I'm forgetting? I've got like lots of cat bowls. I've got muddy footprints. I've got a little pet litter area. I've got like lots of things. I still need to do the bathroom. Is there anything else that I am potentially forgetting that I have not added? We've got like, we can add some like little cat toys around the place, like that and like that and like that. Messy, messy, messy. Little kitties, messy. Yeah, so we're doing like another pet bed right here. There we go. Another little cute pet bed. What have we got in the way of options? A cute little pink one, because that kind of works with the bed. And then got like a big one there. Maybe a couple of cats could sleep there. I need to leave that clear for entry. Okay. You do that. Oh my god. Man, because I replied to him, it's okay. I did all my mad stuff when I was younger before the internet. Oh no, right? It's like, you know, you had all these the crazy fun times before it you know, can come back to haunt you so much. Which is awesome. Bookshelf from My First Pet. Ooh, okay. Have I got space for it? My First Pet. Bookshelf. What have we got? Bookshelf, bookshelf, bookshelf. Oh, that one? Oh, yeah. I don't know if I've got space for it. If I turn this around, would I have space for it? And have that there. Don't know if I have space for this. But, can I put... I can put like the little lamp in beside there. The little cat lamp. Can do that. Okay, yeah, I can fit that there, and we can go like that there. And then... What's the cat version? It's hard to tell because the colours like that one. Or we can go with the pink. There we go, that matches the room. It's got like a pinker version of this. Might go white in that M. And there's a pink. Yes, cute. Pink. Okay. Pink running through. I think pink would work. Yes, there we go. Super cute. All right, let's get this bathroom done. And I need to have a door for that. Because, you know, Bathroom doors, genius. It's a good start to be able to get into a bathroom is to have the bathroom door. I tells ya. Okay, I might go like the cutesy like that one again. I think that works really nicely. And maybe the rundown linoleum. I think that works as well. Now, cats generally, I mean, how do you guys fall down on the subject of bathing your cats? Is that something that you do? I get my cats clean by brushing them with like warm water, and they can generally clean themselves. So I don't actually wash my cats as such. They're pretty clean without me having to do that. It's not like they roll around and stuff, and I've never really, I mean, if I needed to, I would wash them if they were dirty from doing stuff. But in general, my cats don't really do that, and they're not dirty, and they can clean themselves. So I don't really bother to bathe them. But is that something that people would do? Would they bathe their cats on a regular basis? Do people do that? Maybe I'm weird in that I don't bathe my cat. Am I a non-bathing my cat weirdo? I mean, that's entirely possible. What else? So yeah. Messina, my first pet has cute stuff. I like some of the Bill buy for it for kids. Yeah, so do I. It's actually quite a cute pack. I know people give it like give it a bit of a grief just because it's something that should have been part of cats and dogs, and I 100% agree with that. Like, it shouldn't have been a pack that was dependent on another pack. I think that was really the essential problem with my first stuff pack, because it relied on you having cats and dogs to be able to have that stuff pack, and if you don't have cats and dogs, it's really hard to use that stuff pack, right? So yeah, I feel like it's problematic from that point of view, and I don't think they really thought about it until like everyone was just like, no, I don't think so. And you're like, oh yeah, right. So you know, obviously that was the backlash from that. Which way around does that go? I think it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I think that there's some really cute stuff in it. I'm saying that, and the stuff that I do use if I'm sort of using multiple packs and you know, that sort of thing. So I think there's a nice decent little pack. Mankiss, if you want to have your arms torn to shreds, you can gladly try to bathe my cat. No, I mean I would have the same thing going on with my cats. I'm just like, they would be like, hell no. But I think if you train your cat from the beginning to actually accept bathing, I think that would be a different scenario to yeah, if just like you suddenly decided to start bathing your cats and they'd be like, no, what are you doing? Are you nuts? You are not bathing me. Thank you very much. Oh boy. So yeah, I think there would be, it would be something you would have to do from when your cat is a kitten. I feel like if you don't do it from when your cat is a kitten, then yeah, it's going to be problematic for you. Yeah, you're back finally. Hey Vinny, how are you? We're just finishing off the cat lovers apartment, or not apartment, trailer. So we're just finishing that little last little bit, and then we're going to be wrapping up the stream for the day. And I'm going to be back on Friday, just by the way, everyone. So if you want to come and hang out on Friday, we're going to be playing the Very Veggie Challenge. We're back in the Mushroom Gen, and we're in Solani doing some really cool things. So I think that's going to be fun. I hope you guys have fun with that. It's been a fun building session today. I've had a lot of fun, and I've really appreciated everybody sort of like chiming in and helping me out with some ideas and stuff, because this is not really my usual rodeo of things. So you know, it's nice to have like a little bit of help and some ideas, because you know, you guys have thought of things that I wouldn't have thought of. So really appreciate that. Little cat thing right there. Oh, love it. Little cat trailer for our cat lover. Digging it. Might change those bushes maybe, I don't know, I haven't decided on that yet, but yeah. Mankiss, she comes into the shower with me as she follows me around, but that's her choice. Yeah, I mean, it's very different when a cat chooses to get themselves wet, opposed to you actually making the cat wet and doing it to them. I feel like that's a very different kind of scenario, isn't it, in terms of how they will feel about that situation. But I feel like they would feel a lot better about the fact that they got to choose. They got to choose, you know, whether or not they get in. Should we do like kind of like slightly green water, like it's a bit gross, or maybe something like that with some twigs on it? I feel like that makes sense. And also I want to have like the little get together, is it the get together pack with the pool stuff? You know, the pool safety stuff. Is it get together? Can't quite remember. Which pack was it? Or was it cats and dogs? Oh no, it was get together. Ha! I remembered something. Hooray! You know the pool scoop. That's the one. That's the one we're going for. Pool scooper! Da da da! Hooray! Sorry, the random loud hooray. Well, that is where we're going to wrap things up for today's stream. We've still got 3 trailers left to go, but I will do those off stream and we'll pop them up as a speed build on my YouTube channel, so it's all kind of ready to go. But thank you everyone for, you know, helping me out so much with creating these builds today. We managed to do our elderly couples apartment, we did our paranoid, erratic, conspiracy theorist trailer, and we did our cat lover, cat crazy lady trailer as well. So I think we did really well. So 3 more spaces left to complete. I don't think it'll take me too long off camera, and yeah, we can get that out. But this has been fun. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. We're gonna have to come up with some other building stuff to do. We're thinking about doing like some wheel spin things and doing like some random like challenges and stuff for build streams and stuff, but not for next week, because you know why? Next week we have our lovely shell challenges. So if you haven't finished your shell for this year's shell challenge, just do remember to get that up over the weekend so that I can get that toured on Tuesday and Wednesday New Zealand time. It'll be Monday, Tuesday if you're in the Northern Hemisphere. And yeah, we can see what everybody did with the steer shell challenge, because that was an interesting one. It's going to be great. Mankist, I'm saving my points for a build off you. Ooh, 50,000 points for a build? How are you going with it? How many points have you got left to do? Just out of curiosity, how close are you? I'm going to be working on Vinny's redeemed a build recently, and I'm going to be working on that hopefully this weekend. I actually found a plan, or found an inspiration for that I really like. So I've kind of got like what I want to do now. So I worked on that this weekend. I had a look around and found like some inspirations, and then I found the one that I really liked. So I got my inspiration for it. I just need to get some time to build it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. You got 24,000. Ooh, halfway there pretty much. Nice. I do enjoy doing the builds for people. You can either be specific as to what you want, or you can just be pretty general and be like, you just make me something for a family that has this and this. But yeah, I do like doing the builds because that's always fun. I can't wait to do some shell tours next week though. It's going to be fun. It's going to be good. But anyway, I'm going to be back again, as I said, on Friday, 9 AM New Zealand time, and it's going to be 5 PM EDT in the US on the Thursday evening, or I think it's 11 PM, no, 10 PM GMT as well on the Thursday. So yeah. Mancus, I have a specific one in mind for my legacy. Oh, yay! I get to be part of your legacy challenge. That's awesome. Your enormous, ginormous, crazy big legacy that goes on forever. Ah, oh, that's so amazing. All right, guys, you have a fabulous evening, day, time zone, whatever it is for you. I hope you get to do some fun things or have a good sleep, no matter what you're doing. I am going to head off and I'm going to grab some food and check on my cats. And yeah, I've got some content to make this afternoon. So yay, looking forward to it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I will catch you next time. Thanks for being here. Bye.